Recording.
So, when we last left off, we're finishing up getting our trip to the mines finished up. We had defeated the dial, and it returned to the plane of elemental Earth. After which, we were able to backtrack to where we found the power crystals, and I was unfortunately not able to get too much of it back in one piece. Unfortunate, but it was a secondary objective. No one seemed upset about the matter. Upon returning and getting the job done and handing what crystals we had obtained, uh, the group was rewarded 2,200 gold pieces for our efforts. Archon seemed a bit upset about something. I talked to him for a bit, but he didn't open up too much to our conversations. After which, I spoke to those Springer, and we developed blueprints for an aquatic upgrade to Salva, which I should be working on soon. Uh, uh, After a while, me and Celeste tried to find a place where I could meditate for a while, but instead found some place with a lot of mushrooms that were unique in how they grew, and to which I will not speak any more of. After the day, the next morning, we got called in to the general's office to talk to Wilcomb's parents, which was a delightful surprise. They seemed very nice, as far as I could tell. Brolin, Sindrej is what they would call an ambassador, and Brina Sindrej is an advisor for the military. They let us know that they were willing to make an alliance with Zulandis, and we set up a meeting between the two. So hopefully all that will be good and ready to go. After we let Welcome stay behind to have more words with his mother. He did once at that, but I'm sure that he's happy to see her nonetheless. And then afterwards we decided that we would spend one more day in the city, give Welcome time to speak with his father some more and his mother, and then after that we were returning to Zulandis.
Okay. With that done, it is the morning where Wilcrum goes off to go see his father, Brolan, and the rest of the party. You guys have a day to decide what you want to do in your final day at the Iron Keep.
It's morning.
I would like to finish that javelin as
Excellent.
soon as possible.
Okay, so you're working on the javelin for your day. That's fine.
I'll wait to see what everyone else is doing first.
I think that Tell is going to have some morning prayer, have her morning tea, and then ask Archon if he'd like to go for a walk.
Yeah, if you want.
I figure a little bit of sightseeing shouldn't be too bad.
You'd be wrong, but it's good to have someone with. So let me have my food first.
No, they're gonna have a date.
Of course.
I'll finish up first.
What's that?
Looks
I
tired,
think I hear
but-
Otlius getting murdered in the background. In the fucking back alley by Archon.
Now this is a good use of time.
Heath, would I have any time to go shopping today?
Depends what you're looking for, I suppose.
I want to see if I couldn't find like a magic item shop. See what they have available, seeing as I have a little gold to spend.
I mean, you could investigate to see if you can find one. You're not sure how well your prices will be treated, but be aware, just as a player, it's a dwarven city. You are a beast folk, as far as they're concerned.
All right.
So, take that as you will.
Like, I'm gonna prioritize getting the javelin done today. I just want to see if I can do that on top
Sure.
of
What you want to do first? That will kind of determine what happens here.
I'll make sure I finish that first and then head off to.
Okay, well then I say if you'll get the javelin done around say evening. So you got like an hour or two, you figure, before shops would be closing down. So as long as you don't roll a terrible investigation, you should be able to find something.
Okay.
But we'll take care of that later then, since that's going to be one of the last things in the day.
All right, sounds good.
Wood.
And before we find him lost somewhere just in an alley.
And
As
before
we're
you get
passing
fucking
by.
lynched.
Thanks, Cam.
You're welcome, love you.
Love you too. You're such an inspiration.
You know what, baby.
Okay, so that's what you're doing for the day. Celeste, what are you doing for the day?
She will be staying in her room.
Okay. Wilcrum, you said you were spending your day with your dad,
Yes.
and that just leaves Otlius, I believe.
Yes. Now that it seems like everyone is busy.
Hey, Liz, do you want to help me out with this? You said you were
Fuck
interested
off! I walk away.
No!
Wait,
Get your science! Get your science out of
Get
here,
this
Salazar!
out of here.
on our way out,
Salazar-
we just leash Otlius with us to drag behind. No, I'm kidding.
Salazar just looks distraught after that.
Okay, Otlius, what are you doing then?
Did he actually say that?
No, he did not say that.
Okay.
I was gonna try and find a semi-quiet spot close to the tavern to just like practice my dagger swings. I should probably just do that in my room, actually, so people aren't like.
Training.
I mean, you're in a
People aren't
dwarven
like-
city. People practicing with weaponry in the middle of the street isn't that out of the ordinary?
Cool. Yeah, I want to break out of the monotony of being in like a room for 7 days and like see something else while I'm training. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start off with Archon and Talitha then, when, with your two going out sightseeing. Any particular thing you guys looking for, or are you just kind of wandering and hoping to see what to see?
There's no like actual aim.
Okay, so we'll go back to the world map, or city map. In that case, just roll me a random, D8.
Okay. Have one? Do you want to or me?
You're the one leading this, so.
Okay, I'll do it.
6, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're heading down this direction. Okay. So as you kind of just start wandering around town, taking a peek about, you do come across what looks to be an interesting idea of what you come across what at first, well, I should say at first, all buildings in a dwarven city look alike. They're made out of fucking solid stone dug out of a mountain. So at first sight, all buildings look exactly, but you come across one of the more larger stone buildings, and something about it catches your eye. And as you look about, you find out that it looks to be, at least what you can gather from the brief glance of it, an art museum of some sort.
Oh god, it's date night 2. Turned into date night 2.
Electra Boogaloo.
There you go.
Telethol kind of pointed out, I think that's an art museum. Would dwarves do like normal art? I don't know.
Probably not.
Would it be like sculptures?
That's my guess. Shit, you don't want to see what our art looks like.
I imagine a lot of bones.
Mm,
Am I right?
most of the time.
Well, what else? What else?
I'm not much of an art guy.
But what have you seen?
Well, aside from the bodies hanging from buildings, kind of scratches his forehead a little. Well, there
She
was
just
this old.
She just kind of blinks.
There was this old guy by where it was named Clifftail. At least that was his nickname. And he was kind of weird, eccentric. He had some weird ass little, I guess you'd call them trinkets.
Trinkets?
Yeah. There was this little thing that looked like a spider web.
Do you mean a dream catcher?
Maybe.
It's like a hoop with thread?
Yeah, kinda. Like a ring. A really big ass ring.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. They had these little pebbles too. I don't know what was up with that.
Pebbles.
Mm. Like a pet rock or some shit, I don't know. He was an old senile bastard.
You know, I bet Otlius had a pet rock before Lou.
Probably. Yeah, I could see him with it.
I don't know. Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah, why not? Not doing anything else.
And she will tug him towards the building.
So you wander into the building, and when you get there, you find out what you see. You find out what you see is this very elderly-looking dwarf, gray, long beard, basically like on the floor. Big, thick, kind of like bottle glasses. As he kind of, hey, what's going on here? Who's there? As he just kind of comes up, and you walk over. He's so old, he actually has two canes. As he just starts walking towards you.
He could whip ass with both of them.
Actually, in your case,
hello.
Archon, you would notice that the little canes also have tiny little battle axe heads on their bottoms.
Yeah,
Oh my
there you go.
god.
They're maces. They're both maces.
Yeah.
Shit, looks like Cliff all over again.
As he blinks, he just kind of wanders up towards you and just kind of bumps into Archon and goes, ah! Looks up.
What are you, blind too?
I didn't
That's
realize the statues are starting to talk.
This
That's
one
a fine
certainly
piece
does.
of marble, though. As he kind of slaps you on the
Oh my
side.
I just block it with my arm. I'm a mountain with legs. Get used to it.
Ah, you're right. No, you're one of them. No, I know the word now. Don't tell me. It's
I really
No.
want to.
It's let's see here. You're what? It started with a D. A dummy born. No, that's not it.
Dragonborn!
Go on, sit down. I didn't tell you. I didn't need the help. I could have got it eventually. Kind of looks around and looks over to you, Telefa, and just his eye levels at an uncomfortable spot for you as he looks over and goes, well, those are some interesting eyes.
And she's gonna slightly shimmy behind Archon's arm.
Looks, oh, yeah, that's, sorry, you're taller than I'm used to people being.
Yeah, we're not from around here.
I can see that. Those are some sharp teeth.
Yeah.
By the
I'd
way,
be
when he
just
says that,
fine
he's
with
looking at Telefa.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Tel is gonna motion him to lean down, and she's gonna whisper something in his ear.
Okay. What are you whispering?
I
Whispering
actually
fucking power word
I
kill.
noted it. I noted
I-
the tabloid.
Khan's eyes
Okay.
just narrow. Okay, so he's high and drunk.
Uh,
Anyway, you were pointing around here, or are we moving past you?
Sorry, you here for the exhibit?
Hmm.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm just one of the curators around here. It's been a while since anybody's come in. Most of the young dwarves don't really care about the artwork of our people.
Yeah, they're like that.
Well, if the pair of you'd like to come in, just follow me. And he just starts click, 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 click as he starts to slowly wander you into the exhibit before you. I'm assuming you follow.
Reluctantly.
He
Well, at least
basically
that's
takes you,
entertaining.
and the first thing you see before you, Archon and Teltha, is you look about as you enter this giant-sized hall-like building. The roof's probably 20 or 25 feet tall. And the first thing that comes before you is you see this magnificent giant statue of a dwarven king with sitting with a restful pose with a giant battle axe, kind of gazing out over over the entire setting.
Shit, I
It's
can
made
finally
of.
do I have
stretch.
any recollection of who it is? Is it all
You could
stories, maybe?
roll me a. Given your background, you could roll me a disadvantage history
Okay.
check if you'd like. I'm going to give a disadvantage because I don't think dwarven history is one of the things your parents would have taught you. Actually, I'll make it a straight. I'll make it a straight, given the fact that you are a high elf. You said correct?
Yeah, the mother
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So your mom might have mentioned this story to you. So I'll
Okay.
say it's flat.
Okay, I roll again.
No, I'll give it to you. You got 19.
Okay.
So you look at it and tell. Your mother mentioned stories. Stories are basically your mother mentioned part of the reason why the dwarves and the high elves don't get along was due to tens of thousands of years ago when the dwarves did. The elves, I mean, both sides tell the story differently. Uh, each one kind of blaming the other. But back when the orcs
Generally does.
Yes, when the orcs first came and took over a lot of the land, that was when the elves and the dwarves finally went to violence. But this king is where let's say the distaste between dwarves and elves started. This is the king, the first king of the dwarves, named Utherbal. I will put that in chat here. There you go.
Okay.
Utherbal was the first king of the dwarven nations. And back when the nation was being formally new and he was the first dwarven mountain king, him and the elves had a bit of a disagreement, apparently, about more or less the trading rights between the two nations. And there was a bit, I mean, both sides, probably the best way to describe the story, there was a bit of what you would call a risque moment where you had a bit of like the city of Troy moment where one of the elven princesses apparently ran away to the dwarven king. The elves say they stole her. They say she came of his own accord.
Okay.
And kind of started that kind of thing. Also, there's some rumor that might be the origin of the gnomish people. No, though that's speculation. But basically, yeah, you heard about him. In dwarven society, he's considered to be a cloud and like a stealer of elven women and such like that. You have no idea what the dwarves think of him because you'd have to ask a dwarf what they think of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you looking
Oh.
at?
The statue. It's the first dwarven king.
First. Really?
hmm I mean,
Guess
for
that
how
always has to
big the
be.
statue is, I would hope it's the first or, an important king.
couldn't take up enough space.
That's the pair you
Are
talk.
you saying he's compensating?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. He is saying this quietly, by the way.
Archon.
Am I wrong?
Hmm.
He actually cracks a smile.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, well, it probably was.
It definitely
to
was.
Mr. Baker.
You do look about, though, at other areas. Yeah, with that one being the first thing that obviously catches your attention. You do see obviously, around many other variations of statues, as well as variations of, looks to be like, you do notice one interesting piece, what looks to be green dragon made out of pure emerald.
Huh. Weird to see a dragon here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Uh,
And I'll start walking toward it.
you
Is there
walk
any,
toward.
plaque or anything?
You look down. The plaque basically just says the artist's name.
Is
And
it
it
in
was created by.
Dwarvish?
It would be in Dwarvish, but names are names.
Tell it translate if there's
Yeah.
anything else.
The rest of the thing is basically you read the plaque. The plaque basically is in Dwarvish, telling the artist's name. And it's basically just a description of him creating this wonderful art piece, one of the mighty dragon, one of the mighty dragons of the land. If you want to roll me a history check, why you think there's a dragon there, Tell, you may do so.
Okay. Straight or
Then
disadvantage?
straight. This would be a straight. You can too,
Okay.
Archon, since you are dragonborn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Telfa, you have no clue. Archon, you kind of remember something. Your dragonborns mentioned it. Dragons and dwarves, you don't remember the specific details, but there's this respect there you remember hearing, right? Like, you remember there's something about dragons and dwarves, that dwarves are very respectful of dragons for some reason that you can't quite remember.
Huh. It's gotta be some dragon of some name.
What's on your mind?
It's just remembered someone saying to me that, I think it was Tail, actually. Told me that, dwarves and dragons are dragonborn. That's the reason why we, tolerate each other. It's because, I don't know, maybe we fought in some battle or something? I don't
Maybe
know.
it's alike dispositions. You do get along with Welcome.
Yeah, I do. Hmm. We are, same stone, I guess.
Hardy folk.
I'll say, as you guys are kind of hovering over the the emerald dragon statue, you just hear the curator walk up towards you. Goes, "Are you interested in that art piece? Are you?
It's beautiful.
Ah, it's a respectful thing we built a while back. Dragons always important in our culture."
You remember why?
Oh, of course I remember why. I mean, I'm a dwarf curator, right? I mean, would it be very good if I got to remember why we didn't like dragons? Kind of like looks at you for a minute. Oh, you want to know?
Never mind, I hate dwarves.
Oh no, you
No,
see what happened is you
no.
might not realize is that, well, the Modrin built both of us. At least so the legends go.
Fucking
Moradin,
who?
Moradin, the dwarven god of the smith. It was said that Moradin built dwarves with his hammer and created the dwarves of his first day. And when the other gods created their races, they stole the anvil to make their races. So Moradin breathed out the flames from the forge, creating the dragon. Thus, dwarves and dragons were the only two true creations of Moradin. At least that's what some of our
So-
mythology says.
So they created dragon or dragonborn?
Well, dragonborn were created by dragons.
Right.
So, you're kind of like, I suppose, in that sense,
Don't
nephews.
say it. That's worse.
That's what was
You
he
know
originally
how
thought he was going to say?
strange it would be if I just went to Welcome and said you're his nephew?
I would.
He looked over at you. Oh, you're my nephew? I didn't know that this would get buttered.
It was a joke. Shut up, you deaf old fucking bat. Muttering on his breath, like. Fucking cave spotting.
Well, if you're also interested in some other art pieces, we do have a piece of Lady Londres as well, since you seem to be interested in the historical art pieces.
I'd love to see it.
Please, it's fucking. We don't usually show it out. Most dwarves don't appreciate the old work, but I always said it's still part of our history.
Alright, let's see it.
As he walks over, this one you come across, and what you see is you see this beautiful marble, but like with various colors. So you have the golden blonde hair, like plated gold hair, and kind of like an emerald blue dress, and pale white skin of what you instantly recognize as a high elf lady, Dev. Or Teletha, yeah.
Well done.
This is Lady Lysiana, the first wife of our great king.
I glance
Sweet.
at him. Is he sweating? Like,
The
does he
dwarf?
embarrassed? Does he
Or,
seem embarrassed about admitting this?
you look at this dwarf. He doesn't seem embarrassed at all. You gather this man is a historian. Historical facts are historical facts. You don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
Hey!
There's some respect for that. Alright. So. This is her, huh?
I kind of wonder what tale's actually true.
Who fucking knows? Both are probably fake.
I mean, one has to be true, right?
I mean, both got their sides, their biases, the whole thing. Could be something between.
I mean, if she was happy, I don't think it matters.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit, but
It's
you know.
history.
Yeah.
So it's important.
Yeah, I guess it's good to make sure you don't repeat those mistakes. Something Dahlia can learn. Kind of seems to be just staring up at it. Well, anyway, what's next?
Let's go find a place to eat.
Alright. You don't want to see more?
We can always come back later if we want.
I guess. I'll follow her.
Okay, the pair of you head off to go eat. And we'll cut you guys off there for now. And
Hey.
continue on with one of the next players. Yeah, Celeste, you said you were staying in your room. Are you doing anything in particular?
I don't know. Probably just like hang out in a room for a little bit, get bored, go downstairs, and just hang out there for the rest of the day.
Great. I'll say when you head downstairs, you will see, looking over at the table, a familiar-looking gnome just looking
Who?
over papers. As you see, Doza Spring Gear.
Avoid.
Boy, as you do watch this, like you see her just, you know what? Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Give me a second. Oh no!
So, Celeste, as you walk over, you boosh, as you just like hit this table, spilling glasses everywhere, shattering everything about you, and you see Doza look over. Miss Celeste, she says as she kind of wanders over towards you. Oh my, this was quite a mess you made here.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
let me help you clean that up, she says as she just gets down and starts picking up the shattered glass.
I will help as well as I just thinking about what did I just do? I made everything work.
By the way, you do
Made
notice Copperbeard just staring at you right now, Celeste.
How much money will this cost me?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, this is a dwarven tavern. I mean, broken stuff happens all the time. They
Okay.
take it out of their account. Though normally
Okay.
it's done when they're fighting.
I mean, I wrestled with the floor for a second.
Oh, that was very neat. By the way, Miss Celeste, I have to say you're a very fascinating person. I haven't seen many of your kind, so I mean, I was just wondering if I could pick your brain about it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind answering a few questions, but I'm a bit shy about it.
Oh, well, do you want to talk up in your room when we're more private?
Sure.
Oh, fantastic! Let me just grab my papers. As she says, you just see her walk up to her thing, kind of like grab like this huge pile of papers, just kind of like armful hands. Okay, I'll follow you. And just kind of wanders up with it, kind of like, you know, bits of papers poking out every which way.
Uh-huh. I walk upstairs and go to my room.
She follows you up, and as she gets in there, she sits down. Oh, anyways, I was hoping to get some information about your home country. I don't know very much about it.
Oh, I don't really remember home much. I
Oh,
kind of looked down. Yeah, there wasn't really good memories there, and I wasn't really able to go out that much, so I only know my home. I'm sorry, I can't really tell you much.
oh, well, I suppose you can tell me whatever you know. So about your home then. Who's your family?
Um, my father was a human and my mother was an elf. I was mostly kept inside for the majority of my life.
She looks at you and head tilts. Wait a minute, you're a Genasi, aren't you?
I know, but they're the only parents that I'd ever known.
Oh, I get it. She says, tapping. It's okay. My little brother was adopted too.
Okay, I nodded that. But yeah, I was very sheltered, I guess. I only know the very basics of my home. I give her the
Oh,
basics that I know about because I don't remember them off the top of my head.
the question is, which country are you talking about? Because she's assuming you're from Alteris.
I'm sure I know a little bit about it. I'm telling her the very
Very
basics of
basics
it.
of it. Yeah, she basically tell her we have ships and trade and like lots of
Lots of
tritons,
water.
water,
Yeah, pretty
lots of
much.
water.
A
Yep.
booming slave industry.
Yeah, booming slave industry.
Mhm.
Uh,
But
oh my!
I pretty much like I make sure to go over the fact where it's like I've never been outside my home like ever, and I decided to explore, and I didn't really want to stay in the country, so I just left. So
Oh,
making
when did
sure I double
you
down.
leave?
I left to go to Zealandis.
Oh, you went to go to Zoolandis. Well, that's an interesting place to be. You know, I've always wanted to go over there, but I can't seem to get the research grant money for it.
I hope you do maybe one day.
I hope
It,
so too. I'm really hoping the professor will go with me, though.
hmm, it's a really beautiful place, but quite dangerous.
Can you tell me about that for the dangers?
There's a lot of animals, like normal animals, I guess. As long as you stay on the roads, you should be okay, but the jungle is very terrifying.
Oh, I see. I suppose if I go with Barley, though, we should be fine.
Just don't set it on fire. That's probably the best advice I could give you.
Oh, yes, I guess that's a good point with Barley.
Mm-hmm.
But Professor, I've always wanted to say maybe now that we're going to make peace, the dwarves are going to make peace with them. We can get an expedition to go over to the Zulandis lands and see about exchanging information.
I hope so, but I don't know how the deal would go, honestly, but I'm a bit worried about it because we came here without having much knowledge, so I had to jump in and try to help as best as I could to alleviate some things.
Yeah, from what I understand, you guys didn't have a lot of knowledge coming in. From everything you all told me, you guys had some pretty serious scenarios, especially with your friend Salazar and Yes, and starts naming your party members one by one.
Yeah, it's been a bit complicated, but I kind of like it actually.
Oh, you must have a lot of good friends here.
I I don't think they'd consider me their friend.
No? Well, they travel with you, don't you?
Yeah, but
Sarah just walks in and just says, "Hey, my good friend Celeste, I just want to get your opinion on something."
wait, do you actually do that?
You know what? Sure, why the fuck not?
I mean, you are literally working in your room across the hall, so it's not
Yeah.
that crazy.
We're room buddies. We're actually rooming.
Yeah.
That would say that you would literally have said that, and like Salazar's literally in the other room, just working at a table.
So Celeste, my good friend, I need to ask you an opinion.
Sure.
So for the glowing rune, sylvan runes on this enchantment for this project I'm working as, he holds up a javelin. What do you think is a better color for this? Red, white, blue, green, yellow, purple? What?
I'd
Can I
say
get your input?
white fits Archon.
I never said this was for Archon. How
I'm
much do you
assuming
know?
uh, uh, it's a javelin.
Archon could use it.
I just would assume Archon.
I could use it.
I don't know. I just assumed.
Alright, fine. What you're thinking though?
Huh?
You're thinking white though?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. Sorry to interrupt your conversation. Oh, hey, Springer, how are you?
Oh, hello, Mr. Salazar. I see you're busy at work.
Oh, every day.
I was just having a nice chat with Miss Celeste here about her home world and all you people.
Oh, really? How's that going?
Oh, she's very enlightening. I mean, apparently she's in her own home, but I still think it's very fascinating.
Really? Not putting two to two together and going, oh, right, she's not actually from there. He just says, oh, well, I'm sorry that you don't know too much about your homeland. Well, Miss Springer, if you guys run out of things to talk about, I'm happy to tell you about my home.
Oh, but I'm already learning about Zulandis.
I'm pretty sure I told her I'm from the Feywild.
Did you? I think you mentioned
Yeah.
that you weren't a zoo person. I can't remember if you mentioned you were from the Fae specifically.
Oh, she didn't
Not-
believe him. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's right. Nobody believes you're from the Feywild, dude.
Oh, right. It's like,
Because that's not a thing most people believe, right? You, they think you're crazy more than anything at this point.
I can tell you all about. I can tell you all about. Yes, I can tell you all about my homeland, but
Oh, is that the what you said? You're Feywild.
yes,
I suppose I could. You could share some of that with me in a bit.
sure. Just let me know when you need a conversation. Sorry for interrupting. I'll get back to work on this. You two have fun as I leave.
Okay.
And there's my obligatory walk into the middle of a conversation.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, so you guys have your continue your chat.
Yeah.
For the sake that you don't know anything specifics, because you have to keep flying a thing. We'll say she just keeps asking you friendly questions. You give your normal nod, shy. She keeps badgering you.
Celeste is trying to be nice enough to answer her questions, but also very anxious to not let her go and just tell her to go away.
About halfway through the conversation, oh, I've been so rude. Do you have any questions for Miss?
No, not really. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Not many people like to get to know me, but I've gotten used to it.
That's not. I mean, that's not it. I don't know what to ask. I'm not used to talking to people. That's why.
No, but you seem so charming. Not much more charming than myself.
Of, of I don't know. Um. I mean, uh. Celeste is just like she doesn't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Oh, what are you apologizing for?
I feel like I should be better at this than how I'm being right now.
Oh, it's okay. I tend to make people nervous.
I trust me, it's not because of you. I just suppose I haven't had a genuine conversation with someone before, and I don't know what to do. So I apologize that I'm not able to recuperate.
I have an idea. She reaches quickly back into that giant thing of papers and pulls out a small pocketbook. You can borrow this if you want. Help me wonders.
Huh? Can you say it again?
It's like, you can read this if you want. It helped me wonderfully.
What is it?
What languages do you speak, Celeste?
Let me look. I speak these languages.
Well, it's definitely not written in epistle.
Or primordial?
Or primordial. Nope. You look down and think, oh, wait, one
It's
sec.
in deep speech.
That's deep speech. She goes back and pulls out another copy. Oh, you can't read this one. I'm sorry. Here. And pulls out another book. This one you should be able to read. It says Socializing for Dummies.
Oh. Oh, thank you. I'll give it a read.
It's wonderful. It really helped me really open up.
You're doing a great job, though.
Oh, thank you. The professor says I've had to work really hard at it. She saw me before us. I couldn't even say 3 words to a person.
I'm very proud to hear that, and thank you for having such a wonderful conversation with me, though. I apologize again for not being able to really hold out the conversation as much as you were.
It's okay. I really appreciate this, though. Thank you so much for humoring me.
No, it's okay. Just if you ever want to just like I'll send you a letter, okay?
We could be pen pals. That'd be so nice. I haven't had one of those.
Yeah, do you have like a residency or like where would be best to like write to?
Oh, here she gets a piece of paper and basically writes down a university address.
Mm-hmm.
I could get that for me.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm supposed to get a hold of you though.
I don't know, but I'll read as much as I can, and then maybe you'll be able to tell me once I come back and visit.
Okay. It's so nice.
Celeste will read the book then, and try to get better at socializing with people.
It says always open with a friendly conversation, open friendly handshakes and warm smiles. Move great forward. Make sure you ask personal questions about family and friends.
The personal questions part isn't always a good thing.
Anyways, with your section done, we will move on down the list on to Wilcrum.
Oh, it me.
So you're spending the day with Papa.
Yeah, and I assume Bjorn's bobbing in and out between his duties.
Yeah. Any particular place you want to go with your dad, or you just hanging around while he's getting ready for work?
What would they be doing? He'd probably leave like in the morning, back to Bjorn's place or wherever it's just. No, I don't think he'd have anything particular in mind. Because like Welcome was fully prepared to just leave that day.
Okay.
So I don't think he'd have anything in mind. I assumed they would just be catching up over
Great.
either drinks or food or other miscellaneous tasks.
Well, with that case, with you having nothing in mind, your father grabs you and basically takes you over to the dwarven equivalent of a steakhouse. As he,
A whorehouse.
think cute of you to assume it's boars that live underground. Tell, if anything, it's probably a gopher house.
There are some boars that burrow.
In any case, your dad takes you over to the restaurant and goes, "Oh, there you are, welcome. Ready to go out, and it's glad to see you, son. Stick around for a day, laddie."
Well, the others had some stuff to take care of, and I thought, what's another day gonna hurt?
Oh, it's great to see you, welcome. So, tell me, how's your life been in the Empire?
In the Empire, relatively easy. Not like there's much competition amongst the humans.
Oh, it's great to hear. I haven't been down there for a long time, about, it must have been 2 centuries.
No need. Place is kind of a shithole.
It's never since the same since that queen took over, I hear.
Yeah, no kidding.
But I suppose things could be worse. It could be orcs.
It depends on how you look at it. You know, some might argue that the orcs would be more straightforward and easier to deal with.
Oh, that's true. Orcs are straightforward. They tend not to think in curvy lines. You know, I heard this one story of this crazy orc that apparently punched this wizard in the face and stole his book. Weirdest story I ever heard.
Funny you mention. I think my traveling companions actually met that orc.
Oh, no kidding. That must have been the
Yeah.
most interesting thing ever.
Yeah, Muscle Wizard they called him, if I remember right.
That's a weird name.
No.
They ever find out what happened to him?
No, you know what? I didn't really think to ask.
Yeah, fair enough. Not knowing an orc like that didn't come to a very good end.
Probably not. Most orcs don't, though, so he's not exactly an outlier.
Oh, exactly. They either kill each other, eat each other, or fuck each other to death.
How are things in the realm?
Pretty hectic ever since things have been getting going. As you can see, they've been building those robotic monstrosity down from Flora Mount up here, eh?
I did notice. New tech.
I'm a little worried about them myself.
In what way? Worried they're gonna, what, go rogue?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They don't have a soul. They don't have an opinion. They just do whoever's in charge what they do tells them to do. Dangerous precedent for military purposes to not have any sort of freedom. There have been cases in the past where soldiers had to turn on an insane general because he ordered them to do some vile things. But those things, they'll do the job.
How many of them are they producing?
Roll me a persuasion check.
I didn't even open my character sheet. I should have done that.
Hey, he kind of looks at you. I can't give you too many specifics, son. You're not exactly privy to the state secrets, but I can tell you there's enough to turn the tide of any battle.
Yeah, I'm not here to convince you to commit treason. Don't
Oh,
do
I know.
anything that you can't.
There's a lot of them anyways, boy. More than I'm comfortable with. We're not talking like a few golems here and there. I mean, they want this thing to be the spearhead for the invasion of Crocamus.
Well, it seems safe, strong, plentiful, easy to greet, easy to make more. But I don't know. I see where you're coming from.
Well, I suppose time will tell whether I'm just a silly old dwarf or not.
Don't think there's been any precedent to call you a silly old dwarf. Or
Your mother disagree with you there?
yeah, but what doesn't she disagree with me on?
Oh, that's fair, that's fair. Heck, you've been arguing since you was a wee baby. When she said you were supposed to be, when she said it was time for a feeding, you said no. You used to whine and whine.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Oh, no. But that's family for you. We always have to argue and complain.
Yeah, that we do. That and stick our necks out for each other every now and then.
Oh, of course, that's what family's all about. I wonder if your other friends have been enjoying the city so far. It's a shame they couldn't be here on friendlier terms, but at least it seems like they haven't done anything too silly.
No. No, you know what it's like for outsiders here.
Oh, I know. I've been doing my best to make it better for them, honestly. I keep saying diplomacy is all about making people feel at home even when they're away from it.
Yeah. You can barely change one family, let alone an entire nation.
I suppose you're right, but doesn't mean I can't try. I got your mother to marry me after all.
And that was a feat in and of itself.
Oh,
got your
you'd
work
be
cut out for you.
surprised. Maybe. You should have seen the suitors your mother had when we were younger.
Oh god, I don't even want to imagine.
Oh, she was the popular lady, but in any case, despite not being the greatest warrior, I still won her over. That's the power of words, laddie. Don't forget it.
Perhaps, have you ever considered that that's why you won her over?
Oh, I know it's like I said, power of words are a great thing.
Imagine it'd get tiring having every fucking asshole in the country trying to display their prowess.
Yeah, to say the least.
Kind of just shakes his head a little bit at the thought.
But I have to admit, you seem to have yourself a good group of friends. Although they do make an odd-looking group.
Yeah, could say that about most of them. Sometimes they cause more issues than they're worth.
Yeah, I think you're talking about the little halfling, aren't you?
Him and the goat man.
Oh,
God,
yes! I heard he tried sketching our secret robot plans immediately upon entering.
Yeah, he's not good with social things.
Well, to be fair, we've kind of figured he's a bit crazy. Keeps saying he's from the Feywild.
He is.
Exactly. Craziness is always a problem.
I mean, no, that's the both. He's crazy, but he is from the Feywild.
Cal looks at you and blinks. Really?
Yeah, well, we kind of found him homeless in Zelandis, and he just tagged along, I guess.
Wait
But,
a minute. You
no,
found
he
him. What
doesn't
makes you
have a
think?
home in Zelandis.
Huh. Yeah, what makes you think he's from the Feywild?
Because he knows about as much about Zelandis as I do.
Well, I mean, that just means he's still crazy. But I suppose
True.
you're a good judge of character.
Yes. No, they're alright. Most of them.
Hey,
Haven't got me killed yet, so that's something.
that half-elf lassie you've been traveling with seems to be a bit worried about everything lately, though. Not that I blame her.
Yeah. Well, as everything stands, if I was in her shoes, I would be too. That
Hey.
and she seems to be the only other person in the party with her head screwed on right.
Oh, fair enough. And that Dragonborn seems to be quite the grumpy pants.
Yeah, he could take fucking Ma out for give Ma a run for her money on being grumpy, couldn't he?
Oh, I imagine the pair of them together would be quite the thing. I imagine they scowled so much their faces would stick that way after a while.
Ah, well, you know what they say. If looks could kill, those two could accomplish it.
Oh, probably. That old blue lass you have, though, she's crazy. She's a bit of a shy one.
Yeah, she is the newest one of us. Still a bit anxious, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose so. Don't see many of her kind around in general.
No, not really. But you know, you could say that about a lot of the people in my group, can't you?
I suppose that is true. And heck, even you're a bit of an oddity sometimes, I suppose, eh, son?
Yeah, well, we just spent the last, month in Zelandis, so that took some getting used to.
Aye. I suppose you're heading back there pretty quick again, too, you said.
Yeah, well, I suppose we have to be on that side for the negotiations.
I suppose if you want to be. Suppose it's all up to you.
I
That's
don't
it.
know which side I want to be on.
I think you're probably like your old dad. The side you want to be on is the side of peace.
Mm. Yeah, it'd put me out of work, but wouldn't it be nice?
It's the type of retirement, though, a warrior should always look forward to.
It's the type of retirement that not enough warriors look forward to.
Yeah, it's true. Your mother never really could retire from it.
No, she's lost a leg and she still hasn't given it up.
Oh, no, she probably wouldn't. She'd probably lose both legs, both arms, and still keep at it.
I'm surprised she's not insisting that she's on the front line still.
Well, to be honest, son, she's still insisting. It's just the king won't let her.
Typical.
Hey, your mother's one of the few people that actually still yells at the king.
That doesn't shock me one bit.
No, not really. Yet that's the reputation you get for being one of the finest generals in the Dwarven Kingdom. Lets you get a lot of leeway.
And one of the most stubborn.
Oh, that she is, lad. But I love her
Just
for
out
it.
of character. How long has the current king been reigning?
Actually, you wouldn't be aware whether or not the current king is the Elk King or not. How much you've been keeping up with Dwarven history since you've been gone for a century.
I mean, he probably would have tried to keep tabs as much as possible without it being like.
Okay, well, you kept up. In other words, there's nothing suspicious about a dwarf keeping up with Dwarven nation history. So yes,
we will keep up to the point where like he's not going to be like people aren't going to be like, "Are you spying on them?"
Yeah, I mean, you would know the basic stuff as long as you wanted to keep up with it. I would say in that case, you know that this is actually a fairly new king. He's only been king for the last about 40 years. The previous king died of old age.
That's what I thought. I wanted to confirm that before I brought this up. But muffin. Yeah. So he'll just say, "So how is this new king doing anyway?"
Well, he's the one who came up with this whole plan using those little robot machines to help bolster the army for the invasion. He's not a bad king, I suppose, as it all goes. A little ambitious, but I suppose it's not necessarily a bad thing for the job.
No, but you got to keep it tempered.
Aye, you
You
did.
don't want ambition to turn into recklessness. Yeah, look at Madonia.
Just so you know, too, the king's name is Drodan.
Drodon, okay.
Drodan.
Well, do you have faith in him? You think he can keep everything in line?
Yeah, he's at least willing to listen to the beast folk, so that's a good start.
That is a surprising start as well.
A little. I mean, I had to convince him to let me try, but he was willing to let me talk about it.
I do hope things go well.
I
Not
do
for
too.
the country, for Odlius.
What do you mean for Atlas?
The kid's sick. We're hoping that can go to Zelandus to get some medical help, I guess. It seems pretty serious.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What does the boy have that's so drastic?
Nobody can tell. That's the problem.
I mean, Zolandis, I suppose, is a place you can go for it. But you didn't come to the homeland for the sort of information you needed.
Zelandus was kind of the closest option, and time was limited.
Oh,
Even
fair
now, I don't know
enough.
how much time we have left.
Suppose that explains the hurry you're in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he'll be all fine, laddie. Dolan looks out for the gods look out for all of us, and Moradin will keep us to keep him safe.
I hope so. Gods do make some interesting decisions sometimes.
Well, I mean, they made a pretty interesting one when they made you, boy.
In more ways than one.
Your mother courage, but your dad's wit.
And all of the reckless abandon to go with it.
That's just being a dwarf.
I guess it is, isn't it?
Well, son, cheers to your adventures, and hope everything goes going for you well.
And cheers to the work you got cut out for you.
Aye. And you'll clink glasses, and I think that's a good spot to cut away from you.
Yep.
Michael. No, he's
I
not
am
back
he.
yet. Okay, just didn't know if you were back yet.
I've been back.
Okay. So, roll me tool just roll me your tools check to finish up the spear.
Okay. What tools do you want?
I mean, they're all the same for you as long as you're proficient, aren't you?
Well, I have expertise in all of them, but
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But what modifier do you want?
Intelligence, because you are doing an enchantment.
Cool, we'll say Smiths, because why not?
Okay,
25.
yeah. No worries. You finish up the system and get it all ready.
Excellent. All right then. I will have to
That does still take up the majority of your day, though.
All right. I will go to Celeste's room, assuming that she's still talking to Spring Gear very awkwardly. And I'll say, "Hey, Celeste. Oh, are you two ladies done in here?"
Yeah, I believe we're done, if that's okay with you.
Oh, of course.
Great. I was wondering. I was gonna go onto the town to see if I can't find any sort of magical gear or components for things that I'm looking for. Would you be interested in coming along?
I don't really need anything, but I'll tag along.
I could always use the company. If not, you can stay here. It does not matter either way.
But don't mind, I'll go.
Alright.
So you grab Celeste and go looking for a magic shop?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
Cool and beans.
Date night, date night.
24.
Okay, no worries. You do find a magic shop fairly simply by the Iron Keep area.
Alright, I shall head in.
The pair you wander in, you see this kind of a burly black-haired dwarf with a beard and a missing eye, kind of looking up at you, wearing an eye patch. Goes, "What do you want?"
Oh, I was simply wondering what sort of stock you had.
I got a lot of stock. Anything interesting? Anything you're looking for in particular?
Well, I'm always looking to add to my field of protection.
Kind of looks you up and down. I don't know what I have exactly for someone like you. I do have some magical armor if you're interested, I suppose.
Potentially. May I inquire what it does?
Well, I have a half plate armor here that just gives you a basic increase to its durability and ability to avoid damage. Basically, it's +1 half plate.
And how much would that be costing?
Oh, that costs you about 4,000 gold.
Give me a second. As I look through my coin purse. It's a little out of my price range.
Okay, what is your price range?
About 500.
He kind of looks at you and blinks. You're looking for 500 gold items. Okay, let me look back in to see if I have. You said you're looking for something for defensive purposes.
Yes.
He starts rifling through stuff. Nope. 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 Just
I
like,
mean, if you have anything in mind, Salazar, I'm sure he'd be able to help you with like anything specific that you'd like.
Well, let's see what he comes out with first.
he eventually comes out with a shield.
I'll take a look at the shield.
1 second here as I double check the item. It is, I believe, a shield of which item it is. I just have to get you the stats. The massive list of magical items that are available these days due to the massive increase of books.
There's a sentinel shield, there's a +1 shield.
Yeah, I'm checking shield. That's right. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. That would be well out of your price range. This one would just be a basic +1 shield.
Alright, and how much would that be?
That would cost you 500 gold.
Let me think on that. I was also wondering. I partake in a lot of crafts and trades in terms of working with my hands and making things. Would you happen to have anything for that?
You want to be more specific?
Well, I'm always looking for ways to make my cooking better.
He kind of wanders back into his thing. After a couple minutes, he comes back, and you see him bring over what looks to be this large cooking pot.
I take a look at it.
You look at it. It's called the cooking. It's called the pot of the chef. Basically, what it does is when you do a cooking, it's basically cooking tools, but every time, instead, you always have advantage when cooking with them.
Mm. And how much would this be?
That there's 150 gold.
Okay, I might be interested. I was also wondering if you had any things for weavers or smiths, as I am both.
I do have a enchanted smith hammer.
Ah, what does it do?
He brings out, basically gives you a +2 to your smith checks.
And how much would that be?
This one's about 120 gold.
I am legitimately tempted by these. Alright. So for both the pot and the hammer, that'd be 270 gold, yes?
Yeah, that's right.
I would ask if I knew if these were fair prices, but I don't think Salazar has the concept of money yet to understand if they are or not.
Probably not. No, you would have no clue.
Let me see. You know what? Sure, 270 for those two. I will take them.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you.
To you as well, my friend.
So you have the smith's, the hammer of the smith, +2 to smith checks.
Okay.
And the cooking pot of the chef, which is advantage on all cooking checks.
Could you link me those items so I can put them in my bio?
1 sec, I'll just create your folders.
Thank you. So as I'm paying for these, I'll also say, so may I ask what brought you interest into the field of the arcane? Or at least selling the provisions of the works of the arcane?
He looks over at you. I'm a dwarf.
Are the Dorish people known for making magical items?
He kind of blinks at you. You've never heard of dwarven made magical gear?
I'm not what you would call from around here.
Yes, we're pretty much famous for building magical materials out of metal.
Very interesting. I did not know this. You know, I myself create many magical items.
No kidding.
Yeah, see? And I'll just kind of whistle, and Silva will just kind of like hop up on the counter, leather tongue sticking out.
Did you just say hop out on the counter?
No, like, you know how like dogs do like the counter surfing where they'll put like their front paws on so they can kind of like, see stuff?
Yes. He gives you the dirtiest look. Get its paws off of my workspace.
Oh, sorry. And I'll just kind of whistle, and she'll come back down. I also made this little guy over here, as Genevieve just kind of sits on my shoulder.
Salazar, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I believe that we're overstaying our welcome.
Kind of tilts his head at that. Are we?
He just glares at you.
Yes, I believe so entirely.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I will read this up and I'll count out the rest of the coin.
There. He says, he kind of looks over at you, by the way. Celeste kind of gives you a nod of like, at least someone's not an idiot, and goes back to work.
I give him an apologetic glance back. Alright, I can explain outside, Salazar.
Sure. I'll grab my things and I'll say, a good day to you, sir. Or
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what time it is. I look down at my watch. Good day.
So you guys exit the magic shop.
Yep, I walk out, none the wiser.
Celeste will try to explain to the best of her ability that yes, dwarves are able and are really good at making stuff. That's kind of their entire shtick. And you touched a man's workplace. It's like, say, like your random thing, like got like its paws all over like your precious stuff. It's just kind of like courtesy around here. You don't touch another man's workspace.
Oh, well, I mean, Silva's very clean. I disinfect our paws frequently.
But he wouldn't know that.
Well, I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sense of like honor, I would say.
Interesting. Well, regardless, I have what I came here for.
Let's head back.
Okay, so Otlius, we're finally down to you.
Oh god. Yeah.
So as you wander out into the streets
Yep.
with your dagger,
I
Just-
have it sheathed. Just
Yeah.
saying, I'm not just brandishing it everywhere until I find a spot.
sure. So you go looking for a spot to go use your dagger. Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, 18. Fuck.
Yeah, I can see it. So yeah, that's easy enough for you. You find you actually wander off to this direction over here.
Oh, where? Oh, yep.
And you find a coliseum,
Oh.
which was what you guys would have found if you had rolled an A7 on your D8. But as you kind of look at this giant coliseum, you're kind of like, this looks like a place to train.
Oh, but... Wait, well, I walk in.
You walk in, you see, looks to be several areas. Apart from basic area, the spectator spot, you got to see what looks to be kind of like a gym spot, for lack of a better term, training spot, where you see various dwarves practicing on dummies and such.
Oh, cool. First, I just, without asking anybody, I just look around if there's like a system, like do I need to talk to somebody? Is there a sign? Or
You're
can I just,
basically
like,
the
get
guy
in
that
there?
wanders into the gym trying to figure out whether you can just start working out on a machine or not.
That's exactly what I'm doing, yes.
You look about and you basically you eventually get approached by this one female dwarf in a heavy armor and goes, "What are you doing there, little man?"
Oh, hi. I was gonna... And then I just gestured towards my dagger. I was gonna do some training, but I wasn't sure if I'm allowed.
She looks down at your little dagger. That's the weapon you intend to use to practice here, do you?
Yeah, I was told that it's better for a person like me. As
Well,
I glance over the obviously not dagger wielding dwarves.
yeah, they're wearing like war axes, battle axes, hammers, great
Yep.
swords. Oh, I've got just a place for you. Follow me.
Okay.
She takes you to like this little back room.
Wait, is she sus?
I don't know. Roll me an insight.
3. Is she sus?
You don't know. It seems
Excellent.
trustworthy at the moment.
Sure. It's fine.
As we
I
name
follow
today's episode, Otlius Gets Mug. But no.
They'll know
Uh,
where I am with a big lightning bolt.
You wander over and basically you get led into this one like little room that's much smaller than the others. Why don't you go practice in there?
Is there anything inside? Can I see in?
Sure, you look in there. You can see like training dummies that are smaller.
No. Okay. Well. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. So he
Is this
wander
like
in.
a door?
Yeah,
Or is it
it's
just like an open path?
there's like a door that she opened up for you.
Okay, well, I'll walk in anyway. No, it's fine. Dwarves are
So,
trustworthy. They're like halflings.
so you wander in and you find a bunch of smaller training areas, and you look about. And there's other dwarves in here. Short dwarves, beardless dwarves. You may have put in the kids' nursery.
Oh,
That's adorable.
Poor Atlas.
But you do notice all the dwarf children though are practicing with their weaponry,
it's
but they
fine.
tend to be much smaller weaponry, like your dagger.
That's okay. I just like cop the hit on the ego and I just train for a few hours. I'm not
Okay, just
about to. I wouldn't want to distract people or ruin the mood by having a little shitty kid like me train with the big adults, I guess. I begrudgingly train. I'm a little bit pissed off.
roll me a couple attacks just to see.
Uh,
Hey, well, your first bit of training, you fucking just tearing this thing apart as you see a bunch of the kids kind of stop their train to watch you. You just kind of fucking stab this thing and basically go fucking Hannibal Lecter monster fucking jumping on this thing, just stabbing away at it. And your next hour, though, you become more or less exhausted and just start as like a little kid that runs out of steam after having a temper tantrum.
great.
And for the next few hours, these dwarven children, you train at the area.
Cool. While I'm here, I'm just gonna. I mean, the kids. So I'm just gonna like go sit at a quieter corner. Guess putting myself in kind of a timeout.
As you do, one of the little dwarven girls walk towards. He goes, "Hello there.
Hi.
Are you a type of gnome?
I'm a halfling.
Halfling? I don't think I've met one of your sort before.
Oh. Well, now you have.
Wow, where are you from?
I'm from a place so far away. I'd rather forget it.
Oh, was it a really bad place?
It was not as good as it should be, but it's fine. You don't need to worry about it.
Oh, wait, my name's Hildy.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Atlius.
Hello, Atlius. So, why are you hanging around here for? Did your parents leave you here to train?
Yeah, you can say that. I'm just here till like evening. Maybe I'll
Oh,
like come back. I don't know.
do
Probably not. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm probably not coming back.
you want to train with me then?
God, I just briefly aside. I'm just gonna like. I'm gonna get my ass beat by a kid. What's gonna fucking happen right now. I have a bad feeling about today, and I think this is it. Sure. Why not? I might learn a thing or two about what they teach dwarven kids.
You wander over where the kids kind of wander around. She takes out what looks to be a wooden sword and shield.
Okay. Oh, if I probably don't see a wooden dagger.
Yeah, there's wooden daggers.
Great, I get a wooden dagger. I put mine away. It's still like on my person.
Yeah.
I obviously don't want to hurt this kid, even though I'm still convinced she'll kick my ass.
Sure, Atlas. So you kind of level square off with each other and begin a fight just for the shits and giggles of this. Just roll me initiative.
Oh no. 10. I can't click on the token. I should probably made that, but 10.
I mean,
She
it's
also,
a child.
she also rolled a 10.
But I have
You have
16.
a higher. You have a higher initiative. Yeah, you get to go first.
Yeah.
Probably just about to beat on a small child.
No, you're
Look,
about
she
to witness
literally
me
asked for
getting
it.
fucking murdered by
She
a small
literally
child.
asked for it.
Yeah, we're training. Obviously, all non-lethal damage here.
You got wooden daggers. Oh Jesus! You just crack this little girl
What
across
looks
the face with a dagger.
She's a dwarf. I kind of stop for a bit just to like check that this is fine.
Yeah, as you do so, you crack her across the face and you go, "Oh Jesus, are you okay?" She comes up and she rolled a natural 19.
Oh yeah.
Roll max damage.
Yep.
She takes her sword and just whoosh right into your face.
Ow.
Big for 8 damage. Kind of like, oh!
What is this child using that she's dealing 8 damage?
She's
Short
using
sword.
a short sword with a short sword.
1d8.
Ollie's about to get his ass beat by a small child.
She's
What else is new?
basically not a small child. She's closer to like a young teen for a
Teen.
dwarf.
Yeah. Attack her back.
I
Now
mean,
that
that's
my
fair. He's getting beaten by a preteen.
my worries are
You mean some of the
abated.
meanest people in the world?
This is true. They
Yeah.
don't know how to hold back.
Okay, this time you crack her into the arm, goes, ah! And kind of just down and plops down to the ground as you pop her one to the stomach. And she's a child. She only had 10 hit points.
Okay, I help her up. You okay? Ow. As I help her up with one hand and I nurse the bruise with the other.
You're pretty good with that.
Yeah. I have good teachers. I have a good teacher. Singular. For the dagger anyway.
My big sister was teaching me how to use it.
The dagger or the short sword? You're pretty good
Oh,
with
my
that.
sword.
Yeah. You got a real clean hit in.
Oh, thank you. I've been trying harder. I can whip half the boys here.
Oh, that's good to hear. I think. Well, thank you for training with me.
Thank you for having.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. It was a
Take
pleasure
care.
meeting you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Hilda. And I walk away. And as I pass through the doors that lead outside from the Colosseum to the city, I just kind of try and not look at the adult dwarf section, training set, and I'm gonna cast sending to Silandra.
Okay.
Trudas, Silandra, hello. Sorry, probably only a few castings of this. Been real busy. Did you make it to Persuasia okay? Reply in 25 words or less. That's it.
Oddlius, so happy to hear from you. I made it here just fine. I got a job at the casino.
Oh God.
Oh no.
And
That's
have
it?
been
Oh, okay.
selling drinks. They say I do a good job because I keep all of it cold. Hope to hear again.
Oh God, I did this.
Hey,
I did this. I feel so bad. Ah!
it was
Crap!
better than. That's better than I thought it was gonna be.
That was better than I thought it was too. Oh
Serving
no.
drinks as a barista? That's fine.
Maybe she'll like really enjoy it and be like, yeah, you know what? I like Dotlius, but this is going really nicely.
How
I don't
long do
know.
we have till the end of the month here? Or
It's the end of
end
the
of the
season.
season?
You guys, let me check here. Oh Christ. You got another month.
Oh. I thought you were gonna be like, it's tomorrow. I'm gonna be like,
Well, no, I actually was looking at the calendar. I got the calendar split up wrongly. It would have been basically in 4 days. It will be the next month, and then that's the last month till the season change.
gotcha.
You know what? This is going
Yeah.
better than expected. All right. All things considered, this is the best thing I've done in this campaign.
Seems. Cast sending again to her. Say. No one is giving you any trouble, are they? Like, since you're a Fey person and all, with ice powers, that's it.
You get a response back after a bit. I had trouble when I first came here. Someone tried to do something to me. Gave them cold shoulder.
Okay.
She
It
froze them
broke
fucking
off.
solid.
Sorry, what was that at the end?
It broke off.
Oh, well, I mean, you can handle itself. I cast sending one more time.
Okay.
Oh, yep. You can handle yourself. Um. You know, never mind, actually.
Is that what all you say?
No, I don't. I give it a pause. That's 11. And I say, is there another ice rose that you know of? That's it.
She stops and thinks. It won't be ready for another century. It's unfortunately how long it takes for them to grow.
Uh,
Why you need?
I can't respond. You have to wait till tomorrow, Silandra. Ah! I go home. I'm so frustrated.
She ends up staying till midnight too. Okay.
Yeah. I already told her I have only a few castings, so it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
I go back to my room. I just
All right.
bolt straight there. If I see anyone, I just ignore them, nod, and ignore them.
So you guys head back to the Orcs Tavern, where you'll eventually again. Unless I guess Talitha and Archon, was there anything else you guys are planning on doing on your date night?
Making out.
Seriously, why don't
Yeah,
you just get together?
No,
The
we were
signs are all there.
proposing.
I'm guessing it all went off without the food went off
Oh
without
yeah,
a hitch.
food went. You guys no problem getting to food and such. I don't know if there's any other place you wanted to go try to find in the city, but
No, we're fine. I think we're fine.
okay. In that case, you guys
I'm
get
kind of
back to the place.
interested in the history. I might want to go back to the museum. I don't know.
Well, if you want to learn more history, that is a legit thing you can do.
Just the summary, I guess.
Well, I mean, the summary of all dwarven history might be a bit much to cover.
Right.
TLDR, Dwarven history.
Dwarven history for dummies.
Is there any specific thing Archon would be interested in learning?
He doesn't know history. He doesn't. He barely even knows what it is. Not anything that I could think of.
Okay.
So.
So for random tidbits, I mean, most dwarven history is not the interesting stuff I gave you. A lot of it is like the famous smiths and building of armors and forges.
Right.
Like, I gave you some of the more stuff that
Okay.
got really beautiful artwork dedicated to it for specific reasons.
Okay, fair. So like mythology. Is there any more of that?
I'd say if you went back to the to the museum specifically for that sort of artwork thing, you would probably find one interesting looking you at first you think it was just you would have figured it would just been an art piece, but it looks like a replication of a great, like, masterfully built axe. But it looks like the most extravagant, brilliant axe you've ever seen.
Is it flashy or is it actually like a work of art?
It's both. It's like a work of art, but it's a replica, you can tell.
Yeah.
But based off what the replica is, it's a masterfully done replica. But you can tell whatever it's replicated of would be probably one of the most beautiful, fantastically powerful weapons you've ever seen. Even the replica radiates power. There is a plaque in Dwarvish.
Adele.
Yes.
To read this.
Mm-hmm. And she will translate.
Okay, tell us. You lead over. This is the legendary axe of the dwarves. We're said
The
to
dwarf
be.
what? Sorry.
It's the axe of the dwarvish lords.
Okay.
It's a legendary weapon that was once held by was forged by the the legends about the axe state that it was forged by Tholan himself for the great dwarven king to actually go down and battle the very demons and fiends of the underworld when they breached it when they first dug the mountains. It's apparently why the Dwarven King became the Dwarven King, as he was the first dwarf to go down and defeat the demons in the deep depths of the mountain areas. The axe had unbelievable magical properties and would grant one of the dwarven people powers well beyond the average person. Basically, this would be an equivalent of a artifact-like weapon. It has the ability to shatter entire beings, sever entire body parts of giants and demons alike, and granted great fortitude and strength to those who wield it. But any unworthy of wielding the axe.
If the curator's kind of hanging around, I'm gonna. Hey.
Yes, what are you out there, laddie?
This shit's talking about a curse. You know anything about that?
Oh, you mean the curse of the dwarven lords for those not worthy to hold the axe?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of an odd thing. Those with the non-Dwarvish persuasion, or at least those not worthy under the eyes of Moradin. Well, at first, the axe would take effect to them. 1 second here. I just have to remember what it is. Basically, it's a bit of a funny thing. After 7 days, anyone foolish enough to take the dwarf who's not a dwarf will end up looking like a dwarf by the time they're done.
Huh.
So it just turns them into a dwarf?
That's exactly. They just look like a dwarf.
Huh.
That's a weird ass curse, especially for someone. Oh.
Well, Modron's not a cruel god. That's, of course, if you're not an evil person. The evil that attune to it will have a much more bigger problem, as earth elementals will come around every once in a while and try to bash their skulls in.
There you go.
But if you're not the bad person, you just look like a dwarf after a while.
Alright. I'm out of here. Just turn and leave.
Uh,
Okay, and with that, you guys all return to the inn.
I come down for dinner.
Hey everyone. So, how's everyone's days?
Fine, perfectly fine.
That doesn't sound like it, but I'm going to believe you.
it was wonderful.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Productive.
Excellent. Oh, that reminds me. Tel,
Yes?
could I meet you upstairs for just one moment?
Of course.
I head
Eyebrow
upstairs.
raised. Did he just?
I think
No,
he
he's
just.
not. He's not smooth enough for that.
He's a fae!
And he's still not good enough.
Wow,
Ow.
your standards are pretty high. Makes a mental note that Archon standards are pretty high.
Anyway, go on, sorry.
Okay, you guys go upstairs.
So, I go to my room, and I present her the javelin. I say, here you go. So, what do you think? As I kind of like give it a twirl, and you can see the Sylvan runes kind of light up with this white light.
Oh, I hope he loves it.
Well, you said you wanted to be the one to give it to him, so I hand it over to you.
She gingerly takes the javelin.
Want to give it a throw? Test it out before?
I don't think I have the strength to throw this, to be honest. But what you can do is go downstairs and ask Archon to meet me in our room.
Sure thing.
Thank you. And Tel will go to her and Archon's room.
Before I head down. By the way, is there anything else you want me to work on now that I have some time?
No, I just wanted the javelin for him.
Fair enough. If you have anything that comes to mind, feel free to ask.
I'll keep it in mind.
I'll head downstairs. I'll say, Archon, could you meet Telotha in your guys' room?
Alright. Just gonna get up and walk past.
Eyebrow raised towards welcome.
I will sit down in Archon's chair, since he is not using it anymore, and I will say, by the way, guess what I got myself today?
You got yourself. Wait, let me consult the stars as I just really go and think hard on it.
Well, you have a dwarf that's annoyed at you right now.
A
Up
discount.
your social norms for dummies.
Nope. I got myself a new cooking pot, and I'll kind of put it on the table, which is supposed to help me make much more wonderful dishes, as it is magical. And I put down the hammer. This bad boy is going to make my smithing even better.
You got magical tools?
Sounds like you got scammed, bro.
Oh, no.
Are you sure? Have you used the magic thing? The sense magic stuff?
I very quickly and subtly cast Detect Magic.
I could be a dick and say you detect nothing, but no, they're magical.
Roll
no.
20. No.
I was like, they're dwarves, so they should be magical.
Yeah,
Words
no, they're
they're
magical.
born.
They're
Oh,
magical.
good. You got this from a dwarf, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. The enchanted iron down the road. Yeah, very nice place.
Said dwarf really doesn't like him now.
Did I really look that bad?
Why?
Well, Krem, I'll just say this, and I think you'll understand. He questioned the dwarves making magical items.
I'm impressed you walked out of there with both your ankles intact.
Well, I just simply said I did not know that dwarves were known for making magical items.
Yeah, that's their whole shtick, Salazar.
How am I supposed to know that?
Have you considered picking up a copy of Social Norms for Dummies?
I mean, I have not, but if it's good reading, I might. It seems we all have time.
You can borrow it after I'm done.
Oh, I did
You
not know.
have social norms for dummies?
I hold it up.
Oh.
Holy, that's a real book. What the fuck?
Were you not there when I handed that over?
I don't think
No,
so.
it was just Celeste and
Yeah,
Spring here.
this was
Yeah.
Celeste just got this.
Yeah, we RP'd this whole thing with Doza Spring Gear handing her a book for social awkwardness for dummies.
My dog's yelling at me. That's so fucking funny.
Well, when they're done with that, I shall take a look at it. It is all right with you.
Oh, it's no problem. I just started it, so we can just read together if you want to.
Sure.
Look
Oh.
over at Welker, I'm like,
Sorry for it
Arthur was
obvious
saying.
as well at the same time. Say that.
Welcome to the madhouse. Welcome. You are
It's like-
officially crazy.
and like, with the look that's like, and Arkham was saying he wasn't smooth, like,
Yeah. Welcome just looks over at Otlius and just raises both eyebrows.
I noticed the weird looks at each other.
I did the wiggle eyebrow.
Are you two okay? Is everything alright?
Yeah, just a little bit of an itch as I scratch my eyebrow.
Are you sure?
Just making sure Otlius isn't trying anything funny. You know
Yeah,
how he can be.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep, now gonna try anything funny now.
Out of curiosity, Celeste, how far in are you on that book?
About the first few pages.
Do you mind if I quickly take a look at those so I can catch up with you?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Hand him the book.
I'll take it and I will just start speed reading.
The hands probably brush together. She hands it over.
I don't notice anything weird about that, and I just quickly read through the first
Celeste
few pages.
doesn't either, but someone might notice.
My shipping instincts kick in.
Alias is like, I must make this happen!
120%.
I must write smut now.
So I'll tell you what I
gave
told.
the look and then lost interest immediately. That's the extent of his
Yeah.
fucking reaction.
I literally was like, after Salazar just takes the book normally and starts speed reading, I just internally flip the table like, what are you doing?
What?
Internally, I didn't say that.
Ah, okay. By the way, I'm gonna hand a biscuit over to Bandit because I don't know who's fed Bandit in the last couple days.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
It's in the stables. He gets fed.
Yes. In any case, so with that taken care of, the Salazar now reading the first couple pages of Social Interactions for Dummies, we will wander over back to the Archon and Teletha.
Viciously making out.
Such a
Oh,
dirty
gross.
fucking guy thought. Fucking alright. Yeah. So Archon's just gonna fucking open the door, walk in, close the door. Said you needed me.
Yes. And Tel will gesture towards the corner of the room, which was hidden just a moment ago by the door, to the javelin leaned there. I
That
had
ain't
this made for you.
made for me.
Mm-hmm. There is a special enchantment on it that when you throw it, you can call it back.
Kind of looks at you for a second. Who made it?
Salazar.
Oh. What kind of approach? Take it. Kind of like holding it in one hand, kind of testing its weight. Stand back.
She will go to the door and just kind of keep at the door.
Alright. He's gonna kind of like give it a test thrust. Kind of just like spin it between some clouds for a second. It's light. It's actually really light. What did he make this from?
I'm not sure. I just gave him the gold to get the materials. I told him specifically what I wanted. Because I remembered you looking at that axe back in Zolalis.
Yeah. Going as enchantment. That was a good thing, but no way I'm walking around with that thing squeaking all day. Kind of just test it out a little more. Taking me out today, that ain't just you getting me away from him so he can complete it.
No, that was just for us to spend time together.
I like it. Thanks.
She will lean up and peck him on the cheek. Now, how about we go show the others?
This? No way in hell.
Jeez.
I mean the weapon.
That's... Yeah, fine,
It is.
fuck it. It's
See it anyway.
Yeah, it's a good cover anyway. Why not? Kind of.
Plus, if you don't end up showing them, Salar's gonna talk about it at some point anyway.
Yeah, that's fucking true. Go keep your mouth shut. He's good at this shit, though. He's gonna lean down. Like a Sarkhan. Don't take anything he says personally, please. He's just gonna lean down the javelin against the frame of his bed, and he's going to give her a hug.
Itchy Hudson Neck.
And then he's gonna pick up the javelin again and lead the way out.
And she'll
Okay.
follow behind him.
All right, you head back downstairs with everybody.
Alright.
And then she put me in the
Drinking.
kids' room. Like, so mad.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you had a crummy day, Atlas.
It's kind of rough.
Like, I wanted to speak up my mind, but she was not there anymore when I realized that I was in the kids' room.
Well, it's okay. You're with us now, and you've seen far more adventure and danger than those kids have in their entire lives.
Oh, I don't know
got
about
a
that.
clean hit in. I for sure was like, I'm so gonna lose to a dwarven teen. I'm gonna-
By the way, Oddliest does have a shiner, guys. He never got healed.
Whatever. That's why I'm so grumpy.
Here, let me,
As Talitha passes to go take her seat, I will pat his head and give him a cure wound.
And from behind Salazar, I throw my javelin. No.
Roll
Cure wounds.
just to see how well it works. Roll me the hit die.
Yay.
Okay, you fully healed the wound, so he's good.
why can't this happen in combat?
Thanks.
Healing is cursed in combat.
Thanks, Talitha.
Wait. Let me make the wound bigger.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
He just shoves him back 10 feet out the door.
Wait. Why, I need to fix
No, she
this.
shoved him 10 feet into another dwarf, which causes a bar fight.
Bar fight!
Why doesn't it have my charisma? Oh, here you go.
Yeah, there you go. Nicely done.
Anyway,
Yes.
Yeah, so Archon kinda steps up with the, internally debating whether or not he would want to have the javelin in hand. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's just gonna walk up with the javelin in one hand. Just fucking, kind of not quite slam down the claw on the table, but lean over aggressively towards Salazar, and just kind of like looming over him, say,
I,
She told me you made this.
that is indeed correct. That is my handiwork.
That thing's finally done. Took you long enough.
Well, we've been busy the
Like-
last couple of days, so finally having a day or two to work on it was kind of what I needed. It's not that complex of an enchantment, it's just haven't had time.
You knew about it too.
You're welcome
Pretty sure
for the
everybody
color
sitting at this fucking
change.
table knew about it.
No, give him the chat. What is it, Archon?
I would
Wilgrim
hope
like
not.
still drinking. Wilgrim hasn't even like looked up at the fucking javelin yet. He's just having a drink.
Well, Archon knows about it, Talitha knows about it. I don't think I ever told Atlas
I
about
don't
it, so Celeste
know.
only knows about
And
it
the
just
only
because.
other person that knew about it was Welcome, as far as I knew.
Oh, he's just fucking
I don't
around.
think I actually know about it. I'm just
To be
saying.
fair, obviously Celeste would have known about it. He was working on it in their room when they were together, so
Yeah.
And also, like, Wilgrim's saying this purely because he never gave enough of a shit to keep track of who knew about it.
Yep, yeah. Like I know he's fucking around. Yeah, so Archon just like looks over and stares at Salazar. Really?
To what point are you really in?
Everyone knows about it.
Well-
Are you gonna
Oh
kill
shit!
him
I
or
have a
thank
pearl
him?
of
Get to the
power. I'll
point.
do it later.
Well, Talitha commissioned it. Wilcom helped me make the base of it. And I asked Celeste this afternoon about what color the rune should be.
Runes.
Well, the
He
silver.
looks down at
Yeah,
It's
so
not glowing right now, is it?
No, there are these very long, flowing, intricate like carvings in it that twist in on themselves a lot to make this very intricate pattern. But it says, yes, see those grooves there will start to glow when you use the magic to mentally cause the javelin to detect back into your hand.
Alright. I'll just sit.
But yes, Otley's didn't know if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, no, I didn't know shit. Don't know anything.
Oh, Otley's, you know tons of things.
I know tons of star stuff. That's pretty
Mhm.
much it.
Oh, there are probably many more things that you know than that.
Oh yeah, I know a bunch of stuff. Alright, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry you had a bad day. Here. And I will go over to Salva, open up the compartment, grab a cookie, hand you a cookie.
Thank you.
Chocolate and peanut butter this time.
That's like I look over at Archon being like, that's like you weren't here when I recounted the whole story of my day, but that's like
What's
now
this?
like
Some dwarf hit you or something?
yeah, trained with a dwarven kid. Teen
Kid.
more like
Adolescent.
yeah. I just well, I guess everyone thinks that including adolescents and younger that I'm an adolescent and younger, so whatever.
I'll
How'd you
hand
put
him a
yourself
second
in
cookie.
that fuck?
Because it sounds like he needs a second cookie.
I take
Yes.
the cookie like I
Help.
take my fucking alcohol. I just like bite into it really hard and just like chew through it in like
Way to
I mean-
dispel the adolescent and child thing by handing Otley as a cookie.
Hey,
just
cookies are
bite
for
it. I
everyone,
hate it.
alright?
I hate it. Man.
Cookies need love like everything does. Anyway,
Does anyone else want a cookie while I'm giving them out?
I'll take one.
Here you go.
Celeste will take one.
Here you go. They're made with love.
I give it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen to all this, kind of lean forward. Hey, kid.
Hmm?
Think about me in a fucking magic school, right?
You'll never be in one.
Exactly.
I can't even think of it.
Put me next to one of those fucking novices. Put me next
Wow.
to you on your first month. That'd be nothing compared to you.
Actually, now that you think about it, if you put him even with the kids, they know more magic than he does.
Work on?
Yeah.
Probably.
Even by, like, birth, some people know magic.
Well, I can breathe ice, but that ain't really magic. It's just something I do.
Funny you mention that. That's also the Empire's solution to magicians. Put them in a room with a guy like Archon.
Is that an insult or a compliment?
It's
Take that how
nothing.
you want.
I think it was more an insult to the Empire.
Well, yeah, that's obvious. Anyway, kid, what I'm saying is you're putting yourself out of your comfort zone every day. That's a good thing in the first place. You think
Yeah.
I'd even come close to casting the spell my first month trying? It's not happening.
Well, I mean, I'm sure within a month we could probably teach you at least a basic cantrip.
Yeah. I don't got the talent for it, but it's like he was using that dagger. It's the same fucking thing.
I mean, I can't use magic.
I
Guys,
look
I
over
don't
at
think
you.
he's mad about the fight with the preteen. I think he's mad about being put in the kids section.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Let's sip more of my fucking drink.
Celeste
what I'm
said that with
saying,
a
put me-
straight face, by the way.
Well,
She
that's
said-
what I'm saying. Put me next to an apprentice, I do nothing.
We'll
Whatever
put
the
a
fuck
bit-
you call mages.
I just kind of whisper over to Celeste. I'll be like, I'm going to ask you about that a little bit later. And then rejoin the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, whatever. Talk if you want. Get it out of your system. Not my problem.
She was tough
Was she? Really?
in terms of you fucking decked me in the face or with the short sword, a wooden one. No, like as we were training,
And what do you do to her?
I stabbed her twice with
See,
the
that's
wooden
what they call-
dagger.
That's what they call you should have seen the other guy. You get hit, the other guy's on the floor. Be proud of that.
Did you win?
I'm not really proud of that. That was a T. She was a good sport though. Talked a bit. More hate that other lady. But I didn't want to spoil the mood. But I'm doing that now, aren't I? Sorry. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll just.
Oh no, it's just fine
I'll
to
just
talk
drink.
about these things.
Like I said,
No,
no
it's good.
skin off my back.
It is quite alright.
Well, I'm pissed off 24/7. You think I got a problem with it?
You can't be mad that much.
Wanna bet?
Well, that's just now your like state of being.
I imagine there are moments of serenity that you must have.
Saying it don't bother me.
What if his serenity is just being angry?
See, she gets it.
Just do it real quickly off to the side while they're having their conversation at the table. I have no shame. I use my Pearl of Power to get back a 3rd level spell and cast Sending to Salandra.
Okay.
Hi, scrounge a bit more magic. Last spell. Cool, no reason in particular. Just thought maybe option, but not important. Take care. See you season. That's 25.
Christ.
You hear a response back. Well, if you need help, just say so, Atlius. We'll do anything to be of assistance.
That's the
I'll
third
see
time.
you soon.
That's the 3rd time now. Did she sound like she was counting her words? Or did
little
she
bit.
sound like she was not herself?
Sounded like
Okay.
she was counting her words.
Okay. So, guys, I chatted with Salandra today as well.
Oh, how'd that go?
And alright, just wanted to check in that she didn't, raise persuasion to the ground.
And?
And she didn't. She's actually working at the casino, serving drinks. Because she
That's
keeps them
wonderful.
cold.
Well, it's good for her.
Somebody tried to, I don't know, do something to her, and then she says, I quote, gave them the cold shoulder and they broke. So I think that person's like super dead.
Hmm.
Well,
Uh,
technically, the quote was, "Gave him the cold shoulder. It fell off."
Oh, it fell off. I would say the direct quote exactamundo. So maybe they're not super dead.
Or they're missing an arm. It's okay, I can build them a new one.
On the shoulder. To be honest, like, sure, she's incredibly attractive, but she's ice face, so like, maybe they were drunk. Maybe it didn't hurt as much. Maybe they were drunk. It's fine. Look on the bright side.
Dude, they're probably drunk.
Probably drunk if they were gonna just, launch themselves at her or something stupid.
I mean, dude, city like that, like, why do you think I avoid that shit? People don't think.
I mean, on the plus side, that person seems to be alive, which is more than I would have thought, given the given how powerful a creature of her reputation is.
All mercy, and I'm surprised she's exercising it.
I got worried. And she was like, I'm working in Persuasia.
Well, that's where we sent her.
Well, no, but when she was like, I've arrived safely and I'm working here. And I was like, oh. What did she mean?
So what the hell did she mean?
She meant like, as a bartender. I think. She serves drinks because she keeps them cool. One must assume that means bartender and not like an escort person.
I love that's the line. Dude, you're from a casino. Okay, Atlas, you were raised in a casino. There's also
mean, it's
cocktail
tavern.
waitresses.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not saying escort as in like pew, 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 pew.
That's what an escort is, man.
I
But,
kind
like,
of assumed
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm clearly misconstruing my words on purpose.
So she got the job in security. Good for her.
He works at Fantasy Hooters.
But anyway, well, at least she is getting out there, learning about prime material playing culture. It is from someone in a similar perspective. It is quite confusing, but it sounds like she is doing well enough for herself.
Yeah, I thought
Isn't the
city
whole
would
thing
explode.
with the season? Sorry, you go, Argon.
She just says, I thought the city would explode.
Oh,
I
wouldn't be
mean,
mad
I
at
hope
that.
not. I was worried when I tried to call the persuasion lady, the one who hired us, that she was gonna be like, can't talk now, the whole city's in a perpetual winter wonderland.
That'd be
It's
fun.
fine. Yeah, for you maybe.
Mm.
But
You
yeah,
said it'd be
no, I
fun for
thought,
anyone else.
I just thought like, it's nice that she's ingraining herself into prime material playing culture, but like, isn't the whole point of like us being away from each other for till the end of the season is like figure out what love means?
Well, yes.
Michael, we can hear whatever you're scraping, man.
Oh, sorry. I'm just fidgeting.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I derailed this whole thing. I'm so sorry.
Okay, the last thing I said was what I thought this whole thing about being a
Oh, learning
The
about love.
part was love, yeah.
Well, I mean, part of that is exploring the world, so you can get a better understanding of oneself.
I guess.
I mean, on your journeys, have you come to a better understanding of yourself?
I don't know.
Wrong.
Well,
I feel like I'm different and I'm the same.
Hmm.
Tough. It's hard.
yeah.
And that's normal. Some trouble in the world.
You're always gonna be yourself. You're not just gonna change drastically.
I don't know. I kind of like look at Volcrum briefly. And then back at my
He's
drink.
still drinking. He's just casually drinking.
Alias.
Hmm?
You will. If you do not wish to change, then you don't necessarily have to. I mean, the progress of our lives are guaranteed to change us in certain ways, yes. But if there is a ideology or a state of self you wish to strive for, it is within your power to do so.
Yeah. Thanks, Salazar.
You're welcome. You are a rare creature, comparatively to the rest of life. No, think about it. You have the power to choose who you wish to be. Most creatures, animals, from the birds to the fish to other things, don't get the choice. There are some intelligent creatures that do not get choice either. They are controlled solely by their nature. There are some Fae like that in the Feywild, who do not really choose to be what they are, but instead are bound to be by the pure aspect of their souls. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Kind of like closes his eyes and smiles at you, head tilted off to the side.
can I tell that's genuine?
I don't know. I don't know, Salazar. Hit me. With that
your
inside
best
check.
shots.
What was that?
It's like, hit me with that insight check, my dude.
4!
It is what it is. Well, I mean, I'll just do it, whatever.
I mean,
fuck it.
I think yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Well, I'm glad I can be of assistance to you, Hotlies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you ever need advice or wish to talk, I'm always available.
I'll keep that in mind.
Of course.
So we're heading off tomorrow, yeah?
That's
Yes.
right.
Coming back to Atlantis. Oh. Okay.
What should I work on next?
How many more days until we have to go to the meeting?
What meeting?
I mean, are we going to the meeting or are we just... What are we doing?
Well, I don't think we are.
No, it
shouldn't.
sounds like we have more pressing matters, and we were just more or less here to deliver a proposal.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to go to
Let's
a
see
meeting
what
of that
happens
caliber.
when we get back.
Yeah.
So, first thing tomorrow. Right.
Well, first thing tomorrow. Wait, did we get the marks taken off already?
No. You have
No.
to get them taken
They
off.
will
as
take
we
it
leave.
off. They will escort you out of town, then take them off when you're out of the city limits. Pretty much is what they told you.
In case we do some
Those
spy
above
shit.
First.
They still haven't ruled out the possibility you're spies, technically.
We gave the place fucking commerce. But yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you think we're spies? We spent money here.
We're
We spent money on you
customers.
fuckers. Like,
Okay, well, I should probably turn in for an early night if we're gonna leave early. I'll see you in our room, Welcome.
Eventually.
Catch you guys around.
Good night, Albius.
Good night, Salazar.
No.
Good night, everyone. He's just
Good night,
so
Albius.
so hyper, and then just like serious on the way up to this from the stairs.
Okay. Unless you guys have anything else to do, we'll move on.
I will fill up my travel keg with dwarven ale.
Okay.
I would actually like to talk with Wilcrum for a bit before I head off.
Okay.
Hey, I want to check in. You've been a bit more quiet than usual since we got in here. I just want to ask, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. You see, the thing is, when you're suspected of being spies, it's kind of wise to keep your mouth shut a bit more.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you helping me here. I know I'm not probably how do I put it? Wise to the customs of your culture, and I'm sure that has given you a source of a headache. But I do thank you for assisting me in this.
Look, I'm just glad we didn't get beheaded upon arriving here. And I understand that a lot of you guys have been uncomfortable within the city.
Just a bit.
I mean, if you want to stay here for a little while longer, I would not have mind.
No, I have nothing left to do here. The sooner we get back, the better anyway.
Did you at least enjoy seeing your family?
You could say that.
Good. Good. You should always treasure them if you still have the opportunity to.
Yeah, family reunions aren't our strong point.
Even so, it must have been nice just to catch up with them. No?
Yeah, I suppose it wasn't the worst.
Sarah smiled at that. It's good.
On the bright side, I got a little bit of home to take home with me, and he kind of like pats the keg.
I will leave you to that, my friend, because I think I've I'll just tap the desk table. Just I think I had my fill.
This isn't for tonight, Salazar. This is to travel with.
No, I meant I meant for our travels. I've had my fill.
Yeah,
Listen,
I
I
wasn't
actually don't
planning
like
on sharing it.
Yeah, good. Oh, thank God. Okay. Or oh, thank the spirits. Okay. Whew. Sorry, you just seem very. You often seem eager to have me drink, so I assume. Anyway, I'm gonna be heading up. I'll see you guys later, and I'll just very awkwardly go to my room.
Wow.
Okay.
Anyone else need a drink after that?
I think I'll be heading to bed as well.
You're no fun, Tell.
Someone has to be, and she heads to the stairs.
That's
But I was-
what we bring him along for! He points to Archon.
Ugh, asshole.
Yeah. What about you, Celeste?
Hmm?
Do you want a drink?
I'll take a little bit, yeah.
I'll order a round. For the remaining people at the table. But Archon
Just
will get
3
one
of us.
unless he's getting up to leave.
Nah, he'll stick around just to appease for a second.
No more conversation. He just, unless someone else says something, he's just ordering a round, and it's just like minor banter.
Hmm.
Salazar will come back downstairs and he'll say, "Oh, hey Celeste,
Yeah,
did you want to do some reading tonight before bed?"
sure. I'll go in a little bit after this.
Alright,
Welcome to the spit take.
Oh,
you
he
okay?
senses
Are we-
a disturbance in the force.
are you
Oh,
okay
what?
there, Wilkram? You're not choking on anything, are you? Silva can give CPR.
And
Let
welcome,
that dog
Spit
give me
Take.
CPR.
What was that,
Oh.
Archon?
At welcome, Spit Take Archon chokes. Like he's trying not to laugh.
Are you okay? Are you choking on something, my friend?
The front line of the party is just simultaneously fucking dying.
I leave.
And thus
right
was our
after you-
thus was the TPK at the dinner table.
Celeste, get Archon, I'll get Wilkram. Perform the Heimlich.
Wait,
Get
no,
off
I think
me.
they're
The
fine.
next
They're fine.
morning, just Atlius and Tell walk down the stairs to see them all passed out on the table.
No.
Gods, this is what I foresaw.
This is why I love Salazar. Anyway. But you two are not choking. I don't need to give CPR to anyone.
Oh no. You're not fucking touch me.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you up in our room, Celeste.
Mhm.
Alright. I leave.
The funniest part of that is Celeste never fucking answered the question.
No, she said
Yeah.
CPR to bed.
Oh,
Yeah, she-
gee.
Yeah, she'd be up after. Yeah. She will finish the drink, and unless any of you have anything to talk to her, she'd go upstairs.
And it just like
Nothing's big.
shrugs dismissively.
Give a
Ah.
nod as you go.
She'll thank welcome for the round and go upstairs.
I imagine we just sit next to each other in the same bed reading the book. And
Mhm.
as you're reading it, Salazar like starts flipping the page because he just like reads a lot faster.
Probably, yeah.
Now the question is, are you going to ask him to slow down, or are you going to just go, okay?
I would like put like my hand on the page so to stop him from doing that as I just keep reading.
Dominance. Use a dagger.
There you go.
Embrace Celeste. Embrace the Dara.
No. She's just like reading the book, and like as she sees you turn the page, she puts like a hand like on top of the page so you can't turn it.
Or are you not done?
No.
Okay, let me know when you're done. And I'll just sit there.
Yeah, she pulls her hand away when she finishes.
Turns the page. Starts speeding reading again.
That probably goes on for like a chapter or two.
Yeah. Oh, you're supposed to not break eye contact. That's interesting. Okay.
Don't sometimes too much eye contact is too weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, chapter 3, too much eye contact. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. In any case, as the party eventually gets to sleep, you guys awaken the next morning, where you are greeted by, as you leave the tavern, you are greeted by Helga and Barley the Brown.
Oh, Helga. I thought I'd never be happy to see your face again.
Oh, I'm sure about that, aren't you there? Well, Welcome, you ready? You and your friends ready to leave the city then?
Yeah. I think
Well,
everyone's
getting
ready, right?
interested.
You guys haven't left anything behind.
No.
Nope.
Well, I'm
Except
glad.
everything.
I hate to see all of you go. You've been a lot of fun since you've been here. Have to say,
I'm
the
sure you've
general's
had
been.
plenty of fun tormenting me.
I've had a lot of fun with you and the general. In fact, he's been quite cheerful since you've been here.
Oh, it's good. Your brother is glad that you're here.
What office stories you get to share around the place?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, Barley here is going to accompany us to the city outer limits so he can remove the marks for you so you can continue on your way afterwards.
Well, sounds good to me.
Yep, let us head off then. Hey, yeah, we just should get going and get everything right. Get everything right. Get everything right. We'll get going.
We get
And you guys wonder why I didn't do so well in school.
If you want, I could give you lessons on the Arcanum.
I do not.
Alright then.
Hey, Barley, you guys head out to the outer limits where they take you there. Barley kind of drunkenly disenchants your marks. You are no longer marked by the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yay.
And you may continue your way through the underground passage back towards Strinmus.
I break the
Mhm.
scale and peel it off.
For the sake of speediness, nothing will occur in these 2 days since you do get an escort out past where the purple worm lives.
Wait, I want to roll my because now we're out in the wild. I'm cooking again because
Oh.
I bought
Oh,
this.
God.
Damn it!
You bought this pot.
Sure, you can roll it for me quick, but we're gonna make it quick.
I'll get food poisoning and I'll be under. Hey!
You guys have some
Already
really,
worth it.
you guys have some really nice meals.
This is a nice.
Okay, wait a sec. This
Redacted
is
meal.
important. Okay, Welcome begrudgingly eats it, and he seems indifferent.
You're trying to come across as indifferent.
I've
Literally,
heard-
Salazar cannot beat that deception, so yeah!
Salazar.
It's so good though.
Thank you all, Liz. I appreciate that.
Just for the
Yeah,
good
deception
It's this
check.
thing is great that Salazar literally... Natural 20 will not beat that deception check for Salazar.
I kind of. Wow. Wow, okay.
Anyone, the only one that has a chance is Tell at this point.
Final
And me.
fucking
Oh, she fucking
victory.
does.
I had a chance.
Nice.
5%. Didn't get it though.
Salazar and Oddlius have none.
Got some final fucking victory.
I can with detect thoughts.
Oh my gosh. Let's just keep
that is-
going.
So you guys have some nice meals. 2 more days pass as you guys travel through the Underdark. And finally, once more arrive in the lands of Zulandis in the city of Strinmus.
We get outside. I just like see the open air. Like I see the light, smell the open air, and I'm just and I just like lie down in the grass.
So as you guys plop out into the area, you do have several guards waiting for you. This is still a military passage, so they keep their borders protected. You see several of the beast folk guards. So it's like, you're all back then, are you?
Yes, we are back.
Well then, I suppose. Well, did you want to go back to the general, or what are you doing?
I mean, I suppose we should at least check in.
We should, yes.
Very good.
Well,
No, we were also told to make your other companion you left behind about this.
Oh,
Let
you're talking.
Tesla know.
Yes, Tesla. They're talking about Tesla.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Tesla's
Literally
probably been
drew a
watching our
blank.
wagon like the entire time.
Yeah, she has been sitting around waiting for you guys this whole.
I'm sure you had a good
Big-
time.
So you guys are led through the streets. Though as you guys pass by, you do notice something you didn't notice before. Just in one of the sections of town, you notice several burnt down buildings.
What happened there?
Accident in the forge. Apparently, as far as we can figure, the embers weren't put out right one night. Unfortunately, took up the area in the house.
Oof.
It was a tragedy.
Did anyone get hurt?
Smith and his entire family, as we can tell, was consumed in the flames.
Oof. That is awful.
Sorry, who did they say it was? Who attacked, I mean?
Huh?
Who attacked, I mean?
Nobody
was
attacked.
an
There was just an
accident.
accident at the Smith, is what they said.
Oh, okay.
As far as they could tell, it was just an accident at the Smith. That's what their investigations led them to believe.
Hmm.
Took out a few houses, though, as it spread across the town. As, fires in medieval towns tend to.
Yeah, this is true.
Okay.
That is what unfortunate.
Sentinel. Anyway.
So you guys are led back towards the army office.
Yep.
The general looks over at you all, kind of glaring at each and every one of you. So you're all back then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see your request was fruitful at the moment. Our delegation is being selected right now. We'll be sending off in a few days.
Yeah. Still, it's not going to be any easier.
Probably not. But your people will be fine, I'm sure. Oh, I believe your friend Tusslin had something he wanted to tell you. You just see Tusslin burst into the... Oh, there you all are. It's good to see you all.
Oh, Mr. Jocelyn. How have you been?
Oh, I've just been waiting around. Gone for a while now. For a week.
Sorry, it took us so long.
No. It's quite all right. Quite all right. In fact, something most fortuitous had occurred. I believe all of you said you were in a hurry to get moving along.
It seems like it is.
Yeah.
Well, as fortuitous as this has, I happen to have a couple possible ways for us to increase our speed across the roads.
Oh?
That sounds so good.
Oh yes. First, if you prefer, we could take passage across the lake on the boat.
Welcome kind of like grimaces at the suggestion.
No.
The other thing I was able to procure was, well, you might be very happy to see that, well, the greatest of coincidences, one of our local, very rare thing here, the Griffin services actually had just flown by, and I was able to procure them and to wait for us as they make their rounds. We could possibly gain a ride with them. Would take quite a bit of time off the travel.
Sorry, did you say Griffin?
Do I know what a griffin is? Do we have those in the Feywild?
I mean, for the sake of everybody would have a concept of what a griffin is, just for easiness sake. They're common enough creatures.
Cool.
Wait,
Ooh.
can we
we're talking
drove
about-
without cart along this service?
No, unfortunately, the carts will have to be traveled along differently. But I figured I could take them along after us. Yeah, since you said speed was of an urgency.
Are we talking about riding on the Griffins?
No. This is a mail cart service sort of thing.
Good.
is
Wait.
mighty fortuitous.
Are we flying though, or are we?
Oh yes,
I
yes, most
feel like-
definitely.
I feel like we could probably work out the specifics of this a little bit later.
Later, yeah.
I mean, we still have our wagon to concern about too, right?
Oh no, Tuslan is having someone drive that to the capital for us. If my understanding is correct. Yes.
I would hire a service to have them deliver the wagon
Like a
to you
valet.
later.
Okay.
That, or you could, of course, sell it and just reimburse and buy a new one when you get to the capital, of course.
Teleta seems very unhappy about selling the horses.
Oh, bandit. Man,
Ba-
if only
Bandit's a cub. Bandit can
Yeah,
easily fit
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
rest
yeah,
of you.
Bandits,
okay,
like, bandits will be happy with Teleta again.
okay. I was like, I don't know if bandit will like gnaw at the grip.
Or like flip the
Fine,
fuck
we'll
out,
just-
being like
or
1500.
we'll just buy a muzzle.
In any case, you'll have to make your decision. We'll be leaving out first thing in the morning.
I'm not sure about
Okay.
all of you, but I am on board with flying.
Of course, we will have to travel the same route. Stops to make and all that. It is a service. It's
Yeah.
not exactly a quick mail system. The first place we'll be heading to is Sky Temple. The Temple of the Sky, to the east of here.
Right? An expedited process is still an expedited process.
Indeed.
Great.
How much time does it shave off? Tustin, do you know?
No, well, given the flight of the birds and the travel of our wagon, and you'd probably weeks in total.
Sky Temple.
Oh yes, it's where the god. It's the main temple of the gods.
Oh. Alright.
Though of course we will have to travel with them, so when they stop at a place, we have to wait for them to be ready to move again.
Oh, I am fine with this.
And it's still gonna be faster, you think?
Well, considering taking wagons to get Sky Temple up the hill by the road, given our current speed, would take about a week and a half or 2 weeks just to get to Sky Temple. By flight, we'd be looking at about 3 to 4 days.
Hmm.
Sounds like
It's
a
just
pretty
like-
good option to me.
It's just
Agreed.
like a temple. Surely a mailing service doesn't stay long at a temple. Is that a whole
No,
town?
well, well, yes, it is a town based around the temple on the hill. Food supply,
Oh.
especially up there, is rare. Since
Gotcha.
it is on top of a mountain.
Buy
Okay.
rations or something.
Well, with this knowledge, what are we gonna do now since we've reported back and what should we do now?
Wait for the day and then move out with these griffins riders.
Mhm.
Well, General Taurus, do you have any need for us to stick around while these negotiations go through?
I don't know if we have a need for it. It's up to you. I mean, you're not diplomats, are you?
Fuck
So,
no.
no.
Exactly.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to be there for the negotiations. We did have you to thank for them, but Tusslin is right. If you stick around, though, you will be missing the cart of the and probably be months before the next one comes by. He had to, apparently, as I understand it, pay them a bit of money to keep them around an extra day or two for waiting for you.
No. No, we have
Oh.
to take it. We have to take it.
Yes, we have to take it.
I don't mean shit.
Archon.
Do you guys have a quick way for us to learn of the results? I wouldn't mind being kept up to date if that's acceptable.
Well, I can just cast sending to them.
Yeah, I was about to say, I believe your wizard's better at that than we are.
Well, that's given that we get the timing right, unless you're looking for daily updates.
Well, I mean, you'll have an update within 5 days. After that, you can ask us to see if any updates are relevant.
Fair enough.
So your meeting's gonna be in 5 days?
Well, we leave in 5 days. It'll be another week before we'd meet, since we have to meet in the neutrals.
Okay, 12 days. Sure.
No, wait. Do you mean that you'll be meeting?
It'll
in
be
a-
7 days. 7 days, and we should
Okay.
hopefully have the results. But then they have to come back, so we won't learn for another 2 after that. So about 9 days.
Okay, Doc. I'll write it in my notes. I'll start like a countdown. 9 days.
Sounds good to me. I think we should probably take this opportunity to use this Griffin service.
I am in full agreement with you on this one.
It is faster.
For right now, let's just take our leave and go to the tavern.
Yeah, if there's nothing else that you need from us right now, General, I think we shall take our leave.
Feel free. We will. Thank you for all your service with us.
It is a pleasure. But
Yeah?
may I ask though,
What?
is there still no chance that I can procure that hoof polish?
He just kind of blinks at you, goes into his desk, pulls out a little jar, and tosses it at you.
I catch it, and I have the biggest smile on my face. I'm like, oh, I have not taken care of my hoofs in weeks. Thank you so much. I'll pocket that.
Bye.
Gives me that he remembers that.
Hmm.
I need a drink.
I'll start walking out.
Hmm.
Yeah, ditto.
Do you guys hit the
Alright,
city's
as we-
extremis?
Yeah, as we leave, Welcome will just over his shoulder. Good luck, General.
Hopefully, we won't need it. But the thought is appreciated.
We'll just nod and follow the rest of the group out.
Yeah,
Okay.
ever since coming back to like the surface, Celeste has been growing increasingly more stressed. But she isn't saying anything about it.
Salazar's got the biggest smile on his face now that he has new hoof polish.
I drift back towards Welcome and I do the same thing he did to me back at the cave. Where we had like still walking with the party, but enough that we can have like a little conversation to ourselves. Hey. Look, over the few days that we've been like under the cave thingy Underdark, on the way back here, I was thinking, like, remember that voice that I was telling you about with the Tao?
I recall, yeah. What's up?
Since that was like a mind thing, I was, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit curious as to like what would happen if I cast Sending to it.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I know I've learned that most of my ideas need to be curated. So, and I'm not actually quite certain whether this is actually a good one. So I thought I should ask you.
I would assume that no, it's probably not a good idea.
Right.
We don't know what their goal was, but we do know that it wasn't good.
Right.
I don't know if opening a connection to us is the best idea.
Right. Yeah. Right. I won't.
Not a
That's
bad line of thought, though. Not a terrible idea, just a bad idea. Do you understand?
That means the same thing, I think. So no? It sounded like they were supposed to be different. You're saying
Let me put it like this. Don't do it, but the idea, the concept
was
wasn't
sound.
bad.
Okay,
Like-
I won't do it.
Perhaps we can use that in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I won't do it. In case, like, it goes into my brain or something too.
Yeah, that. I don't want to have to deal with the Dow like that, but like with you instead. That wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah,
I
and
like the
then I
lightning
have to
bolts aimed firmly at enemies and potentially also Salazar.
That was an accident.
Do I hear that?
Would hear that was an accident. I would have said that pretty loud.
I just
I don't know about welcome though.
my Atlia sense is tingling. Anyway, continue.
No comment.
But yeah. Yeah. I would, and if I'm like not in control and then I just like wake up and then I see you guys all like electrocuted on the floor, that would fuck me up.
That I'm pretty sure that would fuck me up as well. That would not be ideal.
Yeah. Especially when you wear so much metal.
That I do.
Okay.
A
Well,
walking lightning rod.
I'm glad you haven't been struck by lightning. By me, or just naturally. But yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, Welcome has no idea how lightning works. Welcome just like, yeah, sound logic.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Salazar is very eagerly talking to Celeste about how excited he is. He has hoof polish. And just go,
God bless, I'm so sorry.
Celeste will be encouraging, but yet like distracted, but encouraging and very happy for him.
and he'll just say, "By the way, this stuff is actually works really well on like fingernails and toenails. If you want, you can borrow some."
I'm good. Thank you though, but I'm good.
Are you sure? Because this stuff is like, it's really nice to treat yourself every once in a while to get your nails all nice and glossy. It will look fantastic. If you want, I could do it. I know how to apply this stuff.
No, trust me. I'm fine.
I love the
Eh?
concept of convincing a changeling to wear nail polish when they can literally just change their nails to look like however they fucking feel like at any given time.
I know. I know.
I change my gender whenever I feel like it's Salazar. I'm fine.
I mean, that's it. Gary European doesn't matter with Celeste.
Listen.
He's talking about Salazar.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, with Celeste though, it doesn't matter because Celeste can be both.
Listen. It is not about the end result. It is about the process, and sometimes you just need to pamper yourself.
I'm fine, thank you though, but I don't need it really.
Hey, well, if you change your mind. Oh, by the way, Aragon,
What?
do you want to borrow some hoof polish for your claws?
Why would I
Get a
do
bit of a
that?
Does
shine.
not. Just say no.
They give you,
No.
well, it'll give them a bit of a shine, make them a little stronger, a bit more resistant to damage.
No.
Are
See,
you
it's not
sure?
working. This is why I do things my way.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, sometimes it's just nice
Yes,
to get.
I'm sure.
Alright, well. Anybody else want to polish their nails at all? No? Am I the only one who cares that much about their personal height? Okay.
Well, not in terms of like polishing.
I mean, do you want to at least? It'll be fun.
I don't know if it's fun. What if it just like,
Oh, we will make this fun. Don't worry. We'll make a whole thing of it.
Mm.
It'll be great.
I am officially
out.
making the Eldritch Horror mutation occur when you are painting his nails and he will devour you.
Bring it! This is the only acceptable
And-
way if I die.
It'll be that trope where it continues for like a week before Silas is like, oh, has anyone seen Salazar?
It's just. Otley, you just look over at Otlius with a squid head. Whoa! Yeah, Otlius doesn't see him.
But his nails will be immaculate.
It's like a hoof just like sticking out. No, you see, he'd see a surprisingly shiny hoof though, just kind of dangling from his tooth.
Ew,
gigantic-
can we skip this, please? This is
A
gross.
gigantic squid monster will have fabulous fingernails.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
I'm good. Can we talk about something else, please?
Yes.
Let me. Wow, I have access to the sky now, and I think I look at my just a random page. I think the stars say no, Salazar. Sorry.
Oh, this is okay. Telephet, do you want to get your nails polished? I'm really good at it.
No, I'm fine.
Alright, do it yourself.
The
How about
only
you?
thing I take extensive care of is my hair.
Well, do you want me to you want me to brush it though, or anything like that? I'm feeling generous today. I'm in a very good mood.
No one is allowed to touch my hair.
Fair enough. What about I start and I look at Wilcrim and I say, never mind. I know the answer to that
You
one.
just
Okay?
get like, there's a side-eyed, like, menacing stare, and she says that, like, no one is allowed to touch her hair.
No. I was going to ask Wilcrim if he wanted to, but I get his nails polished. But I think I know better at this point.
Mhm.
Unless you
And
would
they
like to
say
surprise
can't
me.
be taught.
Unless you would like to surprise me.
You say that, and you like look at Welcome, and he's like glaring daggers.
I'm thinking that as a no. Well, suit yourselves. I will be more than happy to keep this for myself.
Yeah, you'll
Guys,
have
I-
so much you won't need hoof polish for a while.
I won't. It's going to be very nice having nice shiny hooves.
Mhm.
Guys, I'm excited. I got this hoof polish. All right.
Okay.
And I can tell.
There's something dumb that I just. Anyway. Sorry. I'll stop holding up the game.
Okay, so you guys head back to the inn. There you see what looks to be with Tusley goes,
Oh, Captain, you're here.
as you see what looks to be this Aarakocra woman, peacock-like in nature, standing before you. Oh, Tuslin, are these the ones you have? I was supposed to meet.
Hello.
You're the ones I'm supposed to be escorting with me for the rest of my journey towards the capital in the end, are we?
I believe so.
Yes.
We'd certainly appreciate it if you did.
Well, Tuslin has promised pay for this, and I believe as long as you are willing to abide by my schedule strictly, we can have no concern with this.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It seems like your schedule is gonna be faster than ours, so I have no fault.
Very good. We will be leaving first thing in the morning, so you will get a good night's rest, prepare yourselves, and we will be gone at the crack of dawn.
Sounds like a plan. Where should we meet you?
No, just for the sake of visuals.
Aww.
I should steal that for the Humblewood game.
Pretty.
Nice picture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's my name is Captain Alian. You will be on time. I expect you to abide by my schedule. Understood?
Understood. What time
Understood.
specifically do you want us to be there as I open up my pocket watch?
The crack of dawn.
Okay. And where specifically are we meeting?
You will be meeting right outside the city limits. I will have my Griffin's ready and tethered to the ship, and we will take off immediately.
Sounds like a plan. Close the pocket watch, put it back in my pocket.
Okay.
Will be on Tell time, who is used to waking at the crack of dawn.
I hate the crack of dawn.
Do not worry, I'll brew you up a nice cup of coffee.
Thank you. I'm gonna have like an early sleep. I have to do my thing soon. It's fine. It's fine.
You'll have time to rest on the travel. But
Yeah. It'll be faster this way. I'll do.
Do you take it with cream, sugar, or just black?
Anyway,
Yeah, black.
is there
Anyway,
anything else that we should know prior to departing?
I expect you to be on time when we leave. I expect you to obey my rules on the ship. It is a small craft, since it is a air one. You will have to squeeze together. It's not really designed for passengers, but I was told as a favor this was to be rushed. The general also said this would be part of your payment, if you so chose to accept this ride.
Are you getting paid for this?
You had a reward coming for you. This is now your reward from the government. They were going to pay you for making that trade. This is now to save you literal weeks of travel. They are willing to foot the bill for this for you guys.
This
Is it used to people my size, my weight?
Well, we can carry packages of food and other stuff. Your size and weight isn't the issue. You will just all have to squitch together. You are not allowed to touch any of the product in the back.
Yeah.
Understood.
Very good. If you're all ready, then we will get together and take off with the ship.
Okay.
Very well. We'll see
I
in the
suggest you
morning.
go to bed now, as I said, early.
Okay.
Very
All
good.
right. Before going to bed, Celeste will try to like round everyone together and ask them, do you guys mind if I accompany you there?
Where
Is
else do
anybody
you-
around? That's not us.
I'll say for the sake of this, you guys can find a quiet corner for this.
Okay. You're not gonna eat our face off, are you?
Yes.
Quite
I'm
rude.
asking a question.
Obvious,
Welcome,
there are
on the
questions
back
that
of the head.
that was just
Ow.
rude.
I think it would be better if like we're in like one of the rooms that we have.
Yeah,
instead of,
you
like,
can find a place
It'll be
to...
private, yeah.
yeah,
That's why I asked that.
Could I take the most likely person to eat your face, and this still counts as me?
Yeah,
No,
but I heard so much about changelings, how they can they get
It's
you.
still me.
Okay.
we don't do that.
I mean, I have no problem with you going along.
Look, lass. You're one of us now.
As I said before in the cavern, as long as you don't lie anymore, you're fine. But the moment that we catch you lying again, we're gonna have a problem.
Okay, but do you have any questions, I guess? Anything I can answer?
Not really.
I mean, I asked if you eat people's face off, or I'm wondering if that was a lie, but that's okay.
I clipped
I-
you
I
on the
don't-
back of the head again.
Ow!
We don't do that. At least I don't think so. I'm the only one I know.
Okay. Well, Welcome's fine with it, so I'm fine with it.
I mean, I
You
have no
what, kid? One of these days I'll do it to someone just to show you what it looks like.
What, you eating somebody's face off?
Yeah.
Tell
prefer-
just gives him a side-eyed glance.
I would really
I
prefer
can kind of imagine. It'll be like I would cast the spell and I'm like, fuck, I don't have that prepared today.
Salsa would just say, I really would prefer if you did not do that, especially in front of me.
Look away.
Anyway, I have no issue with you joining. I don't really think I have a say in the matter, as I do not know if I'm really part of this group.
You say joining as if she hasn't been with us for the past, 2 months?
And she like
Blame
shot
Galton.
things to
Lass,
pieces.
you ain't new around here anymore. We've been through enough that you're part of the group, whether you like it or not.
I it's just hard for me to. I'm really happy to hear that. I just didn't expect this reaction.
Yeah, well, fucking get used to it.
I look
If it
around
works worse than me,
frantically.
you're not gonna convince them. Besides, it's just like I told you. None of us care what you are, it's who you are. Except for maybe this little shit. Looking down at
Of course I care.
Well,
fucking Madonians.
Not like many of
Obvious.
us have room to judge.
Tell gives Archon another look when he says that.
Yes, as far as I
Donian
know,
through and through.
as far as I know,
Yep.
Atlius, we don't do anything like that. The only thing I know that I can do is just change myself to look like almost anyone. That's the only thing that I can do.
Okay.
I can also sound like someone else.
Yeah, do you like... I heard you tear people's voice cords off
We
to
don't.
sound like them.
No, we don't. We're like the kangaroos. We just mimic. That's all.
Haven't you...
That's,
Out of
It's all
curiosity,
Mardonian stories of changelings.
could you make yourself look like a satyr such as I?
I could. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Do you need his hoof polish?
If it counts for
No.
anything, I would not like you to demonstrate that.
I mean,
Well, I'm going to go to bed.
Okay.
Good night. I suggest you all follow suit soon. Because remember, crack of dawn, I will make sure you're all awake.
Yeah, waking up's the easy part.
Oh, there
I'm
was
getting
one
a
thing I did
drink.
want to ask you before we go. I did want to talk to you about something. Do you mind staying up for just a little longer?
Welcome's like out the door. Anyone getting a drink with me?
I'm thinking about it. Don't hold your breath.
I'm gonna get a drink. I want to forget about all the things that I heard about nothing in particular. Now that we're
No.
in a public place.
So,
Archon is
you
gonna-
can come with me, but make it quick.
Archon is
Okay.
gonna reach out, grab Atlas by the head, and shut the door. And he's just gonna
No!
turn to Celeste and say, "Alright, prove it to this kid. Let's get this over with."
I will make myself look like Salazar. Salazar, would you
Wait.
just say like a normal gesture for me, or like a normal thing that you'd say, so it's just me saying it? Because I don't want to do your accent right now.
Oh, sure. Hello, I'm Salazar. Lifelike.
I-
That's amazing. Thank you. You're welcome.
Fake
Oh,
Salazar.
Anyway,
oh,
I leave and go to a different room and tell.
And this
But-
brings me back
but-
to me fucking mimicking Eliza. Oh, memories.
I will go back to being just normal Celeste.
And then I'll let go of Atlas's head. You can go panic now, whatever you can do.
Oh yeah. I'm not panicking. I'll see you inside. I kind of
Yeah,
power
sure.
walk away.
Power. Can I do an insight check to see his psyche
Swagger.
right now? Can I?
Yeah, I guess.
Archon's kind of at the point where he just assumes Atlas is lying 24/7.
All the time.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
mean,
God.
like, Salazar hasn't figured it out yet, but yeah.
How is Atlius taking this?
He's a man on a mission. He's probably going to see if Salazar fucking died when you did that.
Okay.
Oh, that's gonna be really funny when you walk.
I mean, couldn't he just detect thoughts to do that?
He's not. He's somewhere. I don't know where he
Yeah,
is.
Salazar walked off with Till, so he doesn't know if Salazar
It's like a
is alive or
30-foot
not.
range or
Okay.
something.
I
Yeah.
kind of love the idea of like Archon and Celeste in the room. Atlas just walks out. And Celeste just
Otley is
busts up
having-
laughing.
Bro, Otlius is having like a little personal existential crisis right now.
Celeste just
Wait,
feels
no,
kind
I
of
have a
bad
better idea.
for
I
this.
cast sending to Salazar.
Okay.
Alright.
Hi. Tell me something only Salazar will know. Are you dead? That's it.
I am not dead, and the elder of my village is a unicorn.
Is a what? I say to no one in particular.
I mean, the best part is Adlius has no way of knowing whether that is true or not, so that doesn't prove it's Salazar.
What did you say?
His wisdom stat, he believes it.
Mhm.
I want to write it down. His elder is what was it?
A
A
unicorn.
unicorn.
A unicorn. His elder is a unicorn.
Oh, Salazar and Celeste are probably bunking together again.
Yes, I'm assuming we are since we're reading the book, but Alright. Salazar is pulling to a different room and just like, I just want to ask you because you've always been fairly honest with me, as far as I can tell, and straightforward. 2 questions. One, Wilkram just told Celeste that she is part of this group, but I do not believe he has told me such a thing yet. Am I not part of this group?
You are. Celeste had a likelihood of not staying before we found out what she is.
Okay. And I did not have a likelihood of not staying?
Well, I see no reason why you couldn't.
Okay. He seems to perk up at that. Now the second question I wanted to ask. I noticed that you were particularly close with Archon. Are you two like a couple or?
I have particular feelings, yes.
Does he know about them?
He does.
Jesus.
So where does that leave you two then?
We're figuring that out.
If you want, I could help you plan the date.
No. He'll kill you.
Are you sure? I was very good at that back at my
He'll
my
kill
home
you
school.
if you say anything.
I wanted to say anything. I just have to give the plan to you.
He'll kill you.
Alright. Well, if you change your mind, let me know. But
Just keep this warning in mind.
I
He
will.
will not hesitate to kill you.
Alright, I will keep that in mind. I just wanted to extend my best wishes out to you two. You seem like you're good to each other. Especially you to him. Ugh. He seems like he has, no offense to him, and don't tell him I said this, but he seems to be carrying something. A burden of some sort. That I hope he learns to let go of one day. But I think that is so nice for you two, though. I am very happy to know that you two are a couple.
Okay.
Alright, well, if you need anything from me, let me know. Bye!
I will.
Does anyone end up joining Wilgrim for a drink?
Salazar will,
Yeah, I would. I would.
Tesla would
I said
probably
I
be
would.
down there with a drink.
Salazar will take the warning to go to bed now at face value.
Celeste will go down and actually have a drink.
How much before any since like these guys are taking some time after Wilgrim leaves, so he'd probably just be with Tuslin. How much is a bottle of wine?
Depends. Are you getting the cheap stuff or the fine stuff?
How much either? I don't know what I can afford right now.
Cheap
'Cause I
stuff would
fucking
be a
spent-
gold. Fine stuff would be 10 gold.
Oh, you know what? I'll buy some good shit. If you're drinking alcohol, you gotta have the good shit. So I will deposit a platinum piece
Okay.
for a nice bottle of wine, and I will tuck it away with my travel keg.
Okay. So you're down with Tusslin, who is just down there.
Welcome. Good to see you again.
Yeah, well,
Did-
can't leave a city without a drink, can we?
Oh, I suppose not. You have a chat with all your up there. I couldn't help but notice you
That
all
we
kind of wandered away in a group.
Tends to happen when you travel with this lot.
Oh, very true, very true. Nothing I can assist with, I assume.
No, just all internal stuff. Trying to figure out what our next move is, but nothing you need to concern yourself over.
Oh, very good.
But hey, I do want to say I appreciate you sticking your neck out like that for us and getting these guys to wait around. Mustn't have been cheap.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I have had some. Able to. A few strings to help you. Figured it was the least I could do.
Well, I appreciate it nonetheless.
No, I very appreciate it, yes.
So let's have a round to this city, shall we?
Yeah, it's very good.
And he will clink. He will toast with you.
Hell yeah. Big toast. And then eventually everyone else will start trickling out. So Welcome will probably be the last one at the bar before going to bed.
And with that, you guys gather yourselves for a night's sleep. Finally succeeding in your day with Strinmus. And you guys are now level 7 as we end today's campaign.
Woo!
Yay!
Yes!